ecological issues. They affect us all. And so, tonight on Second Nature, we'll be recycling some old nature footage.
Well, if he's like me, he's going to have 3 shirts. One to wear, one to wash, and one to hang up. Right? One to wear, one to wash, one to hang up.
Folks, here we are again. Here we are again, as promised, a Von Helton catch-up stream. And I made you watch the eating video again. Yes, I know. So, so we're going to check out some Von Helton. I guess people are saying G-Man's over there crying about Jules and whatnot. We'll cover that maybe tomorrow night. And I got a shout-out from Emo after all. I was complaining last time I felt left out of the fray. But Emo did give myself and others a shout-out. So we'll be covering that tomorrow night as well. Folks, we have the Geek Room has been on a streak. They had got the emo thing going on, and then they had Von Helton in. Now this was a few days ago. I believe I've seen in my notifications, I think they may have posted this, clipped it out and posted it. I'm not sure, but go over and check it out over there at the Geek Room. But we're gonna start with that. And then we got a few other nuggets to sift through. We got Von getting mad at his chat on one of his solo streams. And then we have one that I'm told I haven't even watched yet, that there's some nuggets. Now, I know Von Helton had went live today, but I might save that. It's something about the Ukraine. I don't even know if it's interesting. I don't even know if there's anything in it I can, if it's about that I can even actually show, but maybe save that for tomorrow night as well. It's about a half hour. And you'll notice, folks, John is still wearing the orange Met shirt. The collar has now stretched. Now, if we could go back in time and do a comparison, you'll notice, if you'll see what I'm talking about, the collar was tight around the neck at one point. He's starting to get the Sammy neckline of his blue shirt that he's been wearing. So, I don't know. We'll sift through this, whatever other offerings we have from Von Helton tomorrow. There we go. A better view, you can see, of the stretch collar, folks. So we'll sift through this one. There's some nuggets in this one. We're Von solo, but let's start, folks, with Von Helton's appearance on the Geek Room. And it went probably as you would predict. If you don't mind thumbsing up the stream, I would appreciate that, folks. Subscribe if you're not already. I don't know why you'd be here, but just in case, if you just stumbled into this madness, you just you're falling in the rabbit hole, consider subscribing. But anyways, let's move ahead here, folks. Thanks for being here. It's gonna get a little spicy.
What'd you want?
You, Vaughn.
What do you want? What do you want, Dix? What do you want?
That.
I want that. What do you want? My big red one?
Yeah, we've seen it. It's not very big, bro.
You ain't seen mine. No,
dude, it was on your fucking thing, dude. Like, it's been out there. It's like an angry thumb.
Have you ever heard of Encyclopedia Dramatica?
There you go. That's the word I was thinking.
Listen. Okay, first of all, stop. That shit on Encyclopedia Dramatica. First of all, that isn't me, bro. Okay.
Dude, it 100% is. Like, I remember a black lady reading it to you, and you kept on agreeing it to it.
Johnson, for fuck's sake.
I don't think you've seen it in a few years, bro.
No, it is not mine.
You're that
I
fat.
don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's not mine. I know my own goddamn.
I honestly don't think you've seen your dick in the last 3 years.
I know my own fucking body.
Show it to J-Dubs, and then he'll tell us. I know he wants to see it.
I ain't showing shit. Anyway, what'd you want?
I don't make fun of you. I don't know. What's up? Like, why do you have like a Nazi name as your name? What's going on with that?
Any of those rooms not vacated?
For fuck's sake. That's World War I. The Nazis.
Yeah, there was Nazis in World War I.
There was not Nazis in World
War I. Yes, there was.
Fuck no, there was not. Goddamn.
Yes, there was.
The Nazi Party didn't even exist until
yes, it did.
1933, I think it is, or something.
No, the Nazi Party existed before that. It was in World War I as well.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was. Your history is just dog shit.
Not.
Also, Elon Musk didn't buy Google, by the way.
What?
Elon Musk didn't buy Google, by the way. You're wrong. 782.
Yeah, well, that was
because you know what? If you bought Google, he wouldn't get YouTube either. Because Google is not the company. Do you know the name of the company that owns Google and YouTube?
Yes, it's ABC.
No, it's Alphabet.
Yes, that's what ABC means. Alphabet.
No, Alphabet. ABC is 3 letters. Alphabet is the whole entire string of letters.
Yes, but it's called ABC for short. Anyway, the point is Alphabet is the owner. But here's the thing. The thing of it is if Musk bought Google, he would get YouTube. Yes, he would.
No, he wouldn't.
Because
no,
YouTube,
he didn't. No. So like no. See, no. So no. No, it's not. No, backwards. So
No.
No, you're wrong already. So Volkswagen, Jingly keys. So Ford used to own Aston Martin. Ford used to own Aston Martin. Someone came and bought Aston Martin from Ford. So they did not get Ford.
Who thought? Wait a minute. Who bought Aston Martin from Ford?
I think it was Mercedes. I'm not 100% sure.
Because Ford recently acquired Jaguar.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Yeah, and
they used to own Aston Martin too.
Well, that's what I was wondering. What the fuck happened to Aston Martin? Because I know they're
doing just
Aston
fine.
Martin and they got Jaguar, but now they've lost Aston Martin.
They sold them like 7 years ago.
Oh,
yeah, it's been a minute. You're always behind. But yes, someone could actually buy Google and then not buy YouTube.
You can do that, but I mean,
that's what would happen.
If he's going to buy Google, he's probably
Elon's not going to do that. Elon doesn't have that type of money. He already paid too much for Twitter.
Dude, he lost 55 billion in Bitcoin and didn't even break a sweat. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he definitely did break a sweat.
Well, how does that change whether or not Google?
He did break a sweat.
He laughed about it.
Yeah, he laughed about it because he's a child.
Well,
he's laughing on the outside, crying on the inside. You see it all the time with those people.
That's not my problem, though. The problem is he laughed about it.
The problem is that you bought a stupid account that wasn't even Elon Musk. It's not. It's a fan account. And then you thought he actually bought Google.
So did 87,000 other people.
Yeah, there's 87,000 morons. Yes, I understand that.
When you see something, when you see something that has Elon Musk's name on it,
I think he's an idiot. It's
probably safe to say that he owns it, or that he's running it, or that he has somebody running it.
No, it's not. Because there's so many. There's so many dipshit fanboys that are gonna put his name on shit because stupid people.
Yeah, but not with views like that. Hold on, not with views like that. Not with views like that.
All the time.
Why hasn't he had that channel shut down? Why?
Because he has no power over Google.
It's a parody account. So.
It says in the description that it is.
He has zero power over Google.
If it's a parent account, there's nothing he can really do about it.
Intellectual property shut down. I mean, come on.
Not if his
intellectual property. Plus that. Wait a minute. Okay, this channel is saying that Elon Musk is making all these sales. Okay, all right. Wouldn't that constitute fraud? I would think it might.
Not if they openly call themselves a parody.
Yeah, they're literally mocking dumbasses who are going to believe it. And here we are.
Yeah, but it still be fraud.
Why hasn't one done a stream all weekend? It doesn't
matter. The circumstance doesn't matter. He is alleging that a man has made a massive purchase. Okay, we're talking billions of dollars.
And then they wait for stupid people to bite and run with it. It's like the Onion.
No, it's not like the Onion.
It's 100% like the Onion.
We know the Onion. The Onion stories are so way the fuck out there.
So is him buying Google.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, because he just lost his shirt. He just lost his shirt on Twitter. He just lost his shirt on Twitter.
He's even admitted as much.
Yeah, it says here, disclaimer.
And 55 billion isn't even like worth 10% of Google.
Yeah, right here it says, disclaimer, this fan channel is made for fictive entertainment and is not affiliated with Mr. Musk, SpaceX, Tesla, and his other companies.
Any competent lawyer can get around that stupid little disclaimer.
Not really. It says right here.
Really.
You're never talking to a competent lawyer, hence the 13 times, my guy.
We transformed the original content.
Reflecting from the point that you thought this was real.
Stupid little disclaimer, because G-Man tried to do that.
Yeah, so it says,
I've got a disclaimer. I don't give a fuck what you got. Any competent lawyer will go right around that.
Oh my God, what are you going to sue G-Man for? Like $10?
The leaning house of Scranton.
Also, someone asked, why haven't you done a stream all weekend?
What?
Why haven't you done a stream all weekend?
Why haven't I done a stream?
Yeah.
I'm busy doing other things. Wow, what a concept.
How come you're so bad at Borderlands?
What are you doing then? Just out of curiosity.
You're trash at Borderlands. I've seen you play. Like you're playing with a character that's not supposed to run out of ammo. You're like, oh shit.
Hold on. I didn't have my fucking character rolled correctly.
Yeah, you just made it sure it rolled look like a child.
Well, hey, what a shock. It's a new game I've never played before. Wow, what a concept.
I'm looking to get more time in that game or shower with that.
Shut up. Now here's something you can do. Why don't you tell me which one of these fucking trolls
Fun
posted that in my
100%
fucking
has used the onion as actual
Steam
news.
account?
Dude, you downloaded it and then wrote a review.
No. That was gifted to me from a
yeah,
fucking
and then you
troll.
downloaded it and wrote a review.
No, you're not listening.
Yes, you did.
No,
We see
you're
the
not
review,
listening.
my
No,
guy.
first of all, I didn't do a review. That
Yeah,
was
you did.
No, you're not
Who
listening.
did it, Vaughn?
No, you're not listening. They put that shit on my account.
Who's they?
And whichever troll it was. I want the name of the troll that
They
did
can't
it.
post it on the account.
I bet it was Sam.
You had to accept it for it to be posted onto your account.
And then download it,
Yeah.
which you did.
No.
Yeah, I have Steam. I know how it
Like
works.
I have so many games
have
on my
Steam
Steam
too,
that
and I
I've
can
bought
assure
from
you-
Steam sales
I
that I
can
haven't
assure you
downloaded.
that
And
this
I've also
fucking
had
game
people gift me
was a matter
games,
of
and you
troll
had to
work.
accept it before it even
Do you
shows
have
up
any
on your
idea
account.
how many times I've had to change my goddamn ISP and my goddamn MAC
That
address?
doesn't matter.
I imagine.
Fucking YouTube
None
troll?
of that changes your Steam account, dumbass.
You're not listening. If they can get it in my
I am
fucking
listening.
computer, they can obviously get it.
Oh
in
my
Steam
god,
account.
I thought you were like this amazing computer builder that didn't sell used parts, and now you're fucking a dipshit who doesn't know how to download games?
You're not listening. You're making excuses and not listening.
I'm not making excuses.
Yeah,
I'm
you
pointing
are.
out that
making
you're a
fucking
dunce.
Excuses for somebody that has broke the law.
Oh, they broke the law by giving you shower with dad.
No, listen.
I think you
When
broke the law by
violate-
playing
okay,
it.
no, this is a matter of fucking law, dumbass.
Oh,
When you
bird law or
violate my
regular law?
intellectual property, you are breaking the fucking law. When you hack my shit, you're breaking the fucking law. Yes, you are.
No one hacked you.
What your
No one
goddamn
hacked you.
excuse is.
No one
different.
hacked you.
When you hack my shit, you're
No
breaking
one
the
hacked
fucking
you.
law. You are
Thank you, I thought it was
damaging.
No
my
one
personal
hacked you.
property. Yeah, you fucking are.
No one hacked you.
You're a fucking dumbass.
He's
You
not
don't know
listening
the
to me.
law.
No one hacked you.
You have no concept of
No
the
one
law
hacked
at
you.
all.
Vaughn, do
Who
you
hacked
have
you?
any?
That's why YouTube don't give a fuck what you say, because you're so goddamn stupid. when it
Well,
comes to
weirdly
the law.
enough, we're
They
still
don't
allowed on
care.
YouTube, unlike some of us.
No, you're shoved so far up YouTube's ass, they don't give
I'm
a
not.
fuck about you.
Vaughn,
That's
do you
what
have any
that's all
evidence
about.
that someone hacked you to do this?
That's what, of course, dude, I'm not going to download something with a name like that, you fuck.
Yeah, I think you actually would, man.
Are you that stupid to think I
No,
would
I think
download
you are,
something
though.
like that?
Yeah, we think
I-
you're that stupid.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
we
then
think you're that
a fuckwad,
stupid.
and I need to get my ass out of here because y'all are a bunch of dumbasses. 'Cause
Yeah, we're
obviously
the
I would never
dumbasses.
download
Hey,
something
Grant, how many
with a
times has
name like
CPS
that.
taken your kids?
Are you
Fucking
fucking
none.
shutting up long enough to listen?
What
to
about
I
you,
say?
Frank?
No, you're not even listening to what I say. Are you?
I've never had herds of dogs
You're too
get run
busy
over by
talking and
cars.
Not listening. You're too busy talking and not listening.
No,
I
we're
would
listening.
never
You're just saying
download
very
something
dumb
with
shit.
A name like that ever. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
they had
We
to
definitely
hack
think you
my
would.
account and put the shit in there. They had to have.
We don't think you're very
and I
smart.
sure as fuck wouldn't do a goddamn review on it.
I think
We definitely don't think you're that smart. We think you're very
Well,
dumb.
How about this? How about
Your only
you
friend is
actually
J-Dubs.
entertain the idea that you might be wrong.
No, we're
what a
very right on the
concept
fact that you're dumb enough to bite a troll account saying that Elon Musk bought Google, and so that's kind of signifying that you're stupid.
87,000.
Yeah, there's a lot of dumb people in
Well,
America. A lot of them voted for Trump too.
How many reviews were
Yes.
there of Shower with
Come on.
Dad? Just out of
How many
curiosity.
votes did Trump get?
If you don't go to their about page, you're not going to know jack shit because.
Oh, I'm just gonna know how much Google's worth, and I know how much Elon's worth, and I know that's not possible. He had to
Like I
beg the
said,
Saudi
Elon
Arabians to buy
Elon
Twitter.
Elon Musk lost.
He had to
Yeah.
beg
Elon
Saudi
Musk
Arabians
lost
to
$55
buy
billion
Twitter.
on Bitcoin. and
He's
didn't
not
even break a
liquid,
sweat.
stupid.
He
Oh,
even laughed about it. for
Okay,
fuck's sake.
dumbass.
That's a
Okay,
shit ton of money.
okay.
That's a hell of a lot more money than your
Pause,
fucking ass
stupid.
got.
Pause,
That's for
pause, stupid.
goddamn sure.
Pause, stupid. I have way more money than you'll ever have. But
No,
pause.
you do not.
Yes, I
No,
do.
you do not.
Yes, I do.
So
Yes,
what
I do.
is your net worth, bitch?
My net
What's your
worth is
net
well
Tell me.
over.
Tell me what your
I'm
net
not
worth
talking about my
is.
net
Go
worth
ahead.
on the internet.
What
But,
is it?
okay,
What is
pause.
your net
Pause.
worth?
Pause. Mine's
you
worth
bring
more
that
than
shit,
your
you're a fucking
$10 because everything that you have is your kids,
did have a net
and you're
worth,
spending
Peter.
it because you're a piece of shit.
Fucking say
But second off,
It's not
okay,
a crime to say what your net worth is.
yeah, and I'm
You
not
do it all
doing
day
that. I don't divulge my personal information on the internet. I'm
do
not a
it
little
all
guy
day.
like you.
People
But
do it all day long.
so I know, yeah, they're called low scouts.
Do not let
But-
Frank.
No, you're
Elon Musk is not liquid. Most of his value is
Fun
within the
won't download
valuation
Shower with
of
Dad, but will
Tesla
download Horse
and
Dodge
of
Mod.
other companies he owns. So for him to buy a company like that, he would almost have to sell another company he owns to even buy Google. So that's how money works, dumbass. And the only way he was able to buy Twitter is because he had to beg the Saudi Arabians to give him a loan to buy Twitter because none of his money is liquid. It's all fictional money over an overinflated company like Tesla. That's the only reason he's worth the money he's worth right now, you dumb person.
Hey, Vaughn, I got a question. Did you really send that one streamer $3,000?
What?
Did you actually send that one streamer $3,000?
Oh, Brittany Venti?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You bragged about it like you did. And then you told Drag you did that next day too. We seen the DMs.
Listen to me.
Then you said you wanted to fuck her like an animal.
You guys got played.
You did.
You guys got played. You got
I read the DMs, dude. I saw what you said to Drag.
Owned. Yes, you did.
But did you feel her from the inside, Vaughn?
People.
Did she bring you closer to God?
No, that was you messaging Drag.
People about you fucks on YouTube.
Oh, you told them about it? Oh no.
We could get back to their ass. And they did. They totally owned your fucking.
Oh, they owned us by making you look like a dipshit. Oh, they got us.
Bought that shit.
Oh my god, they got us.
Vaughn,
they made us look silly, thinking that your thirsty ass would give someone $3,000. Oh my god. I don't know how that would get us.
So did TJ's people. You all bought it. You all thought I gave that chick $3,000.
Who's TJ?
It was fucking hilarious.
I'm sitting there busting out laughing. How is that an own? How is that an own? Like the only own it is to make you look stupid. That's the only own.
People that came up with the idea, motherfucker.
Oh, to make you look dumb?
The ones that came up with the idea.
To make you look stupid? Because that's all it did was make you look stupid. Yes, it did.
They totally owned
it. It 100% made you look stupid.
Motherfuckers actually thought I did that shit.
Yeah, because you're that stupid.
You are.
No,
yeah, because that's how low we think of you. We think you're that stupid.
What your problem is that you can't understand that I have an intellect and that I'm a human being and not a
You are very dumb. You're a military washout and you're a loser.
You've only got a 97 IQ.
Sir.
You fuck.
I never had my IQ tested.
You've only got a 97 IQ.
I've never had my IQ tested.
Argue with somebody that's got a 190 IQ.
97 IQ is within a standard deviation of 100. That's the 100 is.
The guy with a 190 IQ clicks for shower with dad.
Hey, YouTube.
They don't test.
So far up your motherfucking ass.
Oh yeah, YouTube's listening. Shannon Wiziski is right now watching. Thanks, Shannon. Shannon Wiziski, whatever her name is. I'm Wiziski. Susan. There it is. I didn't remember her name. Sorry, Susan.
Who gives a fuck?
Whoa, Zicky. But yeah, no. Yeah, like I've never had my IQ tested. Sorry. No, they only test them if they think something's wrong, usually. So it makes a lot of sense.
No, that's not true. That is
yeah, that's pretty much true. Yeah, you're not a member of Mensa. You're like the opposite of Mensa.
No, that's a lie.
Because you're very dumb.
He's in Densa.
Very dumb.
Yes, you thought Elon Musk bought Twitter or bought Google, and then you ran with it because you're a dumbass, and you have a whole entire goddamn account of I was right 700 times, and every single time you say that, you're always wrong because you're very stupid.
Really? Well, then how come I got receipts in every video?
You don't have any receipts.
You're
very stupid.
Every one
you do
of
not.
I was right.
Oh no, you do.
Absolute proof.
No, you just talk out your ass. Right. You actually one time said you had the telephone numbers of all the slave owners, so that's pretty funny.
No, call one of them up right now.
What I said.
Yes, you did. 100% you did.
No, somebody twisted what I said.
No, it wasn't twisted. You said you have the telephone numbers, my guy.
We reviewed it.
We did review it. Now you're just lying because you're a liar and an idiot.
What was the area code in the South?
Why is J-Dubs your only friend?
J-Dubs is not my only friend.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. And he's also a troll. He's doing a long con, but he's trolling you. I'll let you know.
Lobsters in the chat.
All the lobsters in the chat. Hell yeah.
Okay, if John's trolling me.
Too bad we couldn't trade him.
Okay, hold on. If John is trolling me, what's the
J-Dubs? No, right in here. He's J-Dubs.
What's the goal?
You don't call him John here. We call him J-Dubs in here.
What is the goal?
So the goal is the goal is to stick onto your tit like he did with Brett Keane, but he's like one of those, those fish that swim along the side of sharks. He's one of those.
Remora.
Yeah, he's one of those.
Oh, okay.
More like a salacious crumb.
But... Yeah, more like a salacious crumb.
Hey, the link still works.
Yeah, it still works up, Jilla.
Holy shit, you guys got funny.
Did we?
How did we manage?
Getting this Joker on.
Mainly outsmarting a moron.
Oh, I mean, you do that every time you send me fake links. I hate it when you do that. It hurts my feels.
Also, what was that Popeye thing? That was weird.
I just thought you wanted some chicken.
Oh, I do like Popeye's chicken. Popeye's
It was
chicken
an
has.
AI generated commercial for.
Oh, is that what that was? That thing was terrifying.
Popeye's chicken. Oh my god.
Hey Vaughn, you got any new Skyrim mods?
No.
No.
I'm doing
Vaughn, I can eat. Vaughn, I can eat Popeye's chicken because.
See, I just want to stop for a second. I want to lament again about because I recently have commented on the chicken situation, and I gotta say I'm not a fan of Popeye's chicken. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not great. And I believe I brought this up. When cooked properly, I still think KFC has a good recipe. The problem is KFC, no matter where I go, has just went down. Folks, I gave it a try again a few days ago, and I got a 3-piece, and again they gave me 4 pieces. They did this at the other place. But not one piece I could recognize as from a chicken. There was one that was drumstick-like, but the other one, like, it used to be, right? Now, I don't want to sound like one of these old boomers, talking about the transgender issue or anything, but there's parallels here, folks. Because back in the day, there was a drumstick, a breast, and a thigh. Those were the 3 pieces that you used to get. I could not identify any of these pieces of chicken they gave me. It was absolute crap. I don't... It's...
Cause see these things right here? They're called teeth.
Tufas. That's tufas.
I have them.
You don't need teeth to eat. No,
you don't need teeth.
You don't need teeth to eat. No, you do not.
You don't need teeth to eat Popeyes?
No.
Oh, dude, it seems to work pretty well with. It seems to work pretty well with teeth.
I don't know what the fuck your problem is. I eat chicken just fine.
No, my problem is I actually brush my teeth. That's my.
We have less of a problem.
That you didn't have fluoride in the Ohio water.
No, fluoride's good for your teeth, you dumb bitch.
Good for your teeth. Are you fucking high?
Literally every study in the world would disprove how dumb you are.
You're gonna take the advice from, if we're being honest, right?
Yeah, taking the advice from the person who, like Delaware, like literally every place in this country has fluoride in the water. You dumbass.
Prove right now that
no, you're not, because you're already wrong.
You don't know history.
Yeah, I do know history. You're very stupid. You think because you live through it means that you're correct, but you're just really dumb.
Concentration camps to make the bones
God, you're dumb as fuck. Jesus Christ, you're a dumb bitch. I don't know what you're over there searching, I guess. Like, I see you scrolling and looking for something, but you're very stupid.
He's Googling, why is this bearded fuck wrong?
Yeah,
they put fluoride in the water in the Nazi concentration camps. That's a fact.
No.
And they did it to
wait a minute. Why are you against that, Rittmeister?
Yeah, Rittmeister over here complaining about the Nazi concentration camps. This is great.
You don't know your history.
I do know my history.
No, you do not.
Fluoride is actually really good for your teeth. It's literally in every single state and every single waterway. The only place you don't get fluoride in your water is if you're drinking directly from a well. And he would know that if he wasn't a fucking moron. I'm not listening because you're already wrong and you're already dumb as shit.
Prisoners.
No, it didn't.
Yes, they did. That's
no, it didn't. No, it's not.
You might know that all dentists use it.
All dentists use fluoride. It's in literally every single one of your toothpastes out there. He's just he doesn't know what's in toothpaste because he hasn't had teeth in a million fucking years.
Are you an idiot? Are you an
no,
idiot?
You are though.
No, I'm not because
yes, you are. You're very stupid.
Yeah, you're objectively.
Yeah, you are. No, he's walk, bro. You can't throw it worth of shit.
Idiot. Bye.
Later, bitch. Fuck off.
I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him. I can feel it now. It's all right. I got twinge in my heart.
Lady.
All right, folks. So that was the Geek Room Rage Quit that happened on, I guess it was Sunday or something like that, I think. But let's move right along. Thank you for joining. If you're just joining, please consider giving me a thumbs up, something like that. I don't know. Call me an asshole. I don't know. Whatever. So this is I'm rooting for Putin. I'm sure there's nuggets in the beginning, but I really don't care. But I know up around here-ish, Vaughn starts getting mad at people in the chat. So it gets a little entertaining. And then we're going to check out and see if there's any nuggets in this one here. So stick around, folks. We got more VONHELTON. We're just getting warmed up. Let's do it.
That is not it. That is not it. Let's try that one. That one says says it's incorrect. What the fuck? Check my Galaxy. Oh, gosh. Check my mobile device. Yes, it's me. Trying to recover my shit. Yes, it's me. Let me in, damn it. Let me in my own store, god damn it. Let's see if I can get in my store here and get everything put back. I don't know why they do that shit. That's so fucking stupid. Wait until you get my dogs taken away. Well, first of all, they're neighborhood dogs. They're not my dogs. Second of all, who's going to come out here and take over the jurisdiction of the forest rangers? Forest rangers run this area, dumbass. I'm in a national park, remember? The forest rangers have more power down here than the cops do. And the forest rangers have already said they'll tell you to go fuck off and die.
So they're neighborhood dogs, meaning Vaughn just lets them roam around the neighborhood? Is that what he means? The last time I was checking, he was bumming money to feed the dogs, right? With dog food. So, I mean, we knew that they just roamed up and down the road. There's not even a neighborhood. He lives on a fucking road with some other trailers. And then he, on his mom's property, he's kicked the people out. So, the fuck... Anyways. Sorry, folks.
The forest rangers have already told me that shit. They said
Forest
what?
rangers.
They want to take your dogs away. I said, yeah, I live out in Daniel Boone National Forest. They said, why would they take your dogs away? You live in a goddamn forest. I said, well, because they're assholes. That's why. They're a bunch of fucking assholes. They had Mountain Dew flavored moon pies? Really? Oh, shit. I didn't know that. My dogs are not starving to death, but they were starving to death. You know why they were starving to death? I'm sorry, Wilson 2.0. They were starving to death because you motherfuckers damn near got me killed. I had no money. I had no food. I had no nothing. I was over in that single white starving to death, bitch. You know what that's called? I'm sorry, Wilson. That's called attempted murder, motherfucker. That's what that shit's called. When you take away my money, my food, my health, my electricity, my water, when you take away everything and leave me over there to fucking die, that's called attempted murder, bitch. That's what that's called. I'm sorry, Wilson. That's what that's called, Dragon Jim. That's what that shit's called. I did what I did for the safety of them children. So you would rather they be put in the hands of communists than to be with their father. You're an idiot, Dragon Jim, and you're going to go to jail for it, buddy. You're going to go to jail. Where's John? I don't know, and I don't care. John's got his own thing to do. John's his own person. I'm not a YouTube troll. I don't snoop on people. I don't give a damn what other people do. That's their business, not mine. Hey, dumbass, I'm a model citizen with no criminal record. Ain't nobody going to do shit to me. Nobody. Or it already been done. You understand that, right? You understand that you persecuted a model citizen. Let that sink in for a minute, Dragon Jim, because if you really are a police officer, you're never going to see your pension ever again. I will make sure of that. You persecuted a model citizen, fuckface. And for laughs. You did it for laughs. You did it for kicks. That's what LULZ means. It means they did it for laughs. They did it for kicks. They didn't do it because of some high noble. So get off your fucking high horse, bitch. You did it for laughs. A model citizen has been to jail more than I have. I haven't been to jail. I was detained for 24 hours. But that's not the same as being in jail now, is it? No. Vaughn went to hell cell for 24 hours. I was detained for 24 hours, and then my mom went and got me out. Big fucking deal. Fuck you. And I was totally innocent. That's the thing. I was totally innocent. These people are afraid to confront you at your land. They are keyboard warriors that would fold like a plate.
No ooh, ooh, ah, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
EndTheDrugWarToday.com donated $10 through Super Chat. Vaughn gets clowned for killing a herd of dogs, and streams about how they are neighborhood dogs in his next stream. Vaughn, you cannot care for living creatures. Rip Ma Helton.
Yes, Rip Ma Helton indeed. Thank you very much, Gabe. I do appreciate that. Vaughn. Within the same stream. Well, that's Von Helton. I'm overthinking it, folks.
Spaghetti. Yes, they would. Vaughn is a deadbeat dad. Oh, God. Yeah, well, here we go. Guess what? We're going to get rid of you fucks. I'm tired of your shit. I'm just tired of your shit. Get out of here. Goodbye. Goodbye. Get banned, fucker. Get banned. I'm tired of it. And Dragon Jim, like I said, you're losing your pension if you really are a cop. I will see to it personally. I will see to it personally. Police officers are supposed to remain neutral. They're not supposed to get on the internet and plot with others to destroy someone's family. Okay, that's not what police officers are supposed to do. So if you really are a cop, I will make damn sure you never see a penny of your pension ever again. I guarantee it. I guarantee that. Okay, this is still trying to sign in, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. Anyway, I'll fix my Etsy store later. Shit. Anyway, let's see. But yeah, what about Putin, man? Speaking of Putin, what about Putin, man? Isn't that great? Model citizens don't go. What part of I was detained? Okay, you don't know. Okay, you're too fucking stupid to know the difference between being jailed and being detained, apparently. Okay, you can go bye-bye too. If you're not that bright, then you can go bye-bye too. Go down the hall and play with Secular and his buddies, who want to butt fuck you, by the way. You know, it's funny how they'll sit there and in private, they'll sit there and talk about all this gay shit on Google Plus. I saved those pictures, by the way. Yes, I did. All the conversations about gay sex and stuff, but yet they'll talk to me about wanting a few adult mods for my computer game when they're over there in Google Plus sitting there talking about gay sex and trans sex and all this other shit. Sounds like the pot calling the kettle black, doesn't it? Yeah, fuck yeah, it does. Fuck yeah, it does. Oh, look at this shit. Another fucking YouTube troll. Bye. Yeah, isn't it funny? Larry breaks the law and you motherfuckers defend his ass. That's going to come back to haunt you too, by the way. Defending a convicted criminal in a criminal act. Yeah, that's going to come back to haunt you. That's going to come back to haunt you, YouTube trolls. Oh, yes, it fucking is. Yes, it fucking is. That's going to come back to haunt you. Yes, it is. But anyways, I did want to say that I was thrilled that Putin has taken our side. The patriots are here of America. He has taken our side and has...
Yeah.
And there's Bickle. Yes, Natasha, they are keyboard commandos. That's correct. That's exactly what they are. I may get a visa to stay in Florida for several months. Oh, that sounds nice. I hope you enjoy your stay. Not sure what to make of DeSantis, though. I mean, he's... can come here until after the Biden administration. So... Americans voting is about as fair as North Koreans voting. Just
I don't want to hear him go on about
not
this
shit. Corporatized bullshit that we have now, right? Yeah. During J6, isn't that something? Or 89. Let me be as pure as possible, because purity. I don't know. That's a good question. And the answer is I do not know. The moon is allegedly made out of plasma.
What?
Pardon me. Hello, Brittany.
The moon is made out of plasma. The fuck?
Anyway. But yeah, drugs are a slippery slope. That's why I avoid them like the plague. Whether they be legal or illegal, doesn't matter to me. I avoid drugs of any kind if I can help it. If I can help it. The Rolling Stones had a song about that sort of thing. We go running for the shelter of a mother's little helper, and half in jest, half serious. And it immediately, if I am made president of the United States.
Oh, here we go.
I absolutely would.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear Bill Gates slept with Epstein girls? I heard that. Okay, the story I heard is that Epstein allegedly set up Bill Gates. But I mean, did somebody put a gun to his head and make him sleep with these girls? I don't think so. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think so. But allegedly, Epstein set up Bill Gates. It was a setup. At least that's what I'm hearing. I don't believe that, but I mean, if that wasn't true, then why did Bill Gates' own wife say, "Hey, I'm divorcing you because all this Epstein shit," which she did, by the way. Bill Gates is no longer married. For those of you who don't know, him and his wife divorced. She divorced him because of all this Epstein shit. Sure did. Go look it up if you doubt me. In fact, she's on record saying that she was uncomfortable about his involvement at Epstein Island. That's a direct quote from Bill Gates' own wife. Yes, it is.
There you go, folks. There you go.
You have a right to protect your country against people that would do it harm. That doesn't mean he's a communist. That just means he's protecting his country, as any president would do. Well, any true president. Let me rephrase that. Because Biden ain't doing shit, is he? He's just letting everybody come. Biden just open up the floodgates and letting everybody come in, isn't he?
Come on in.
Yeah, he is.
Come on in.
That's not.
Come on down,
that's
Kenny.
Not true either, and it's not constitutional either. There's no way you could say that's constitutional, because I'm not.
Oh yeah.
Plutonium, polonium, it doesn't matter. They're all highly radioactive. You're not going to be able to put radioactive isotopes in somebody's tea, not without you dying too. Okay? Cut the bullshit, please. Cut the bullshit, okay?
All right. So let's jump up to this stream, which I haven't watched yet, but I'm told there's some nuggets in here. I'm hoping they're not just sitting around playing Borderland. I don't think so. But we start off with John. And again, folks, draw your attention to the neckline. The neckline tells all you need to know. That is now heavy. That's because the fabric has been getting heavy, and he's been rolling in his plastic sheets while probably wearing the shirt, though I don't even want to think about it. But, folks, that is from secreted man juices of all sorts and different whatever's coming through the pores of his skin and actually adding weight to it. And now he's starting to get the Sammy neck, as we referred to it earlier, if you could see that. That is the same Met shirt. I think it's getting ready to... It's got to be about ready to host its own stream at some point. Surely, ladies and gentlemen, it's too much for just one man. All right, let's get into it.
Oh, yeah, baby. We got the do, baby. Doing the do. Got the do. Do zero.
He's just been feeding the diabetes. He's diabetic. He's making like 2 packets of Jell-O and pudding, and he's going on Mountain Dew. Now, this is 0 sugar, so I'll give it... It's 0 sugar. But remember he was doing the taste testing? I mean, he's got a death wish. That's all I'm saying.
Sugar spark. Glass of raspberry lemonade and other natural flavors, baby. Oh, yeah, other natural flavors. What could that possibly mean? Who the fuck knows what that could possibly mean, right? Which microphone sounds better? This one or that one? I don't know. We'll pick that one. Oh, yeah, baby. Look what I got.
All right.
Do Spark, baby. I'm ready to go.
Oh, dude, I went to the store today and there's a new Mountain Dew out called Maui Blast.
Another fucking new Mountain Dew.
Maui Blast. It's called Maui Blast, and it says it's got a strong taste of pineapple. So we're gonna see if this motherfucker really is pineapple, because pineapple. It was coconut. What was it?
That fucked you up, and you don't like coconut.
I don't. Well, I used to be allergic to coconut. I don't know if I still am, but I used to be allergic to coconut. And so, yeah, coconut and me don't get along at all. But wait
a minute. Full stop. Actually, let's put a pin in, not full stop. Let's put a pin in there. You have a name change. Rit Master Baron Eugene von Helton.
Eugen. Eugen. Eugen is Eugen. Okay. All right. The German spelling of my real name, my former name, let's put it that way, would be Erwin Eugen von Helton.
Okay. Is that the German for the English?
Bam. I'm a hot dog. Bam. I'm a hot dog. Bam. I'm a hot dog. Look at me. Look at me. Bam. I'm a hot dog. Bam. I'm a hot dog. Bam. I'm a hot dog. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a hot dog. Everybody party. I'm a hot dog. Fun on a bun. Everybody party! Look at me! 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 I'm a hot dog!
All right, we got that out of our system. To be fair, Lusty, I think it was like 2 people requested the hot dog song, but there, we got the hot dog song out of the way. Let's move on.
Eugene? I always know
correct.
Eugene.
Right,
okay.
Correct. Yeah, it's the English word. It was good. My former name was Urban Eugene Helton Jr. That was my original birth name. And so I
digging the name change. It's a good name change.
Yeah. Hang on a second. My phone's ringing.
Oh, the phone's ringing. Fuck. Gotta get the phone. Anyway, we got a new Mountain Dew. We got the old Dews, the new Dews. We got the Dews. We got all the Dews. So we're going to have a fun day here. We're live streaming on Twitch. Games you love, baby. We're going to play some Borderlands. We haven't played Borderlands in a few days, so we got to catch up with Borderlands. Got to do some killing. We're also live on Twitter. Believe it or not, Twitter is allowing us to broadcast. Well, Vaughn's friends with Musk, so Mr. Elon Musk. So we're back on Twitter.
Well, the trolls were jumping my ass because I fell for that YouTube page. Well, the thing of it is, unless you go to their about section, you don't know that it's parody. They don't say anywhere in the normal video or anywhere that it's parody. Nowhere. You have to go to their about section. Well, how many people bother to go to the about section of a YouTube page? Not very many. I don't. And so I mean, shit. And let's be clear. Like I told them fuckers in GEEKROOM the other night, I said, listen, 87,000 people also thought that shit was real. Okay, that's why they got so many goddamn views, because the vast majority.
87,000 people. Sorry, I take that back. 86,999 people watched a parody video, and one idiot took it as true. Now, to be fair to Vaughn, I'm sure there are other idiots as well that believed it. But to say just because I had 87,000 views, that doesn't mean you're the only one that wasn't in on the joke, Vaughn. You're just an idiot.
Majority of people thought it was Elon Musk or one of his people running that YouTube
You know
page.
what? I'll be honest with you, Vaughn. There's many times I read a Babylon Bee article and I say to myself, fuck, is this parody or is this a fucking real article?
Sometimes it's real.
And sometimes you think,
I will remind you years ago years ago now. It was, it's not way in the past, but it's years ago now. The National Enquirer got some shit right. I'm like, holy fuck, the National Enquirer. But yeah, the National Enquirer actually, I forget now what the specifics was. I think it had to do with something with the Bushes back in the day. But the National Enquirer of all fucking pages, yeah, they got the shit right. And in fact, the mainstream media had to apologize to the National Enquirer because they kept saying, "Oh, that's horseshit." That the National Enquirer is birdcage liner, and okay, National Enquirer a lot of times they're way the fuck out there. Remember Bat Boy and shit like that. But the thing of it was, they actually got something right, and the mainstream media actually had to make a public detraction. Correction, whatever the fuck you call it, and apologize to National Enquirer because they got the shit right. So yes, even tabloids, even shit that's way the fuck out there.
Even a broken watch is right twice a day, right? As the saying goes.
Yeah, exactly.
A broken watch is right twice a day.
I think this was back, hi Woody. This is back in the days of the Bushes, I think.
No, so I think the National Enquirer is the one that broke the blue dress.
Oh, was it National Enquirer that did that?
I think I'm running from memory now, man. But
it might be. It might be.
I want to say National Enquirer was the one that broke the scoop on the blue dress.
Oh,
that was kind of what made their bones.
Okay.
And they're like, well, it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Now so National Enquirer was known as a tabloid shitty website.
It was known as a tabloid. They did, like I said, they did this story called The Bat Boy, which was way the fuck out there.
That was the Weekly World News.
Oh, was that Weekly World? Oh, it was Weekly World News.
With Bat Boy and the Bat Boy's famous. I used to have a T-shirt with that cover.
It became a meme there for a while.
Bat Boy on there.
Yeah, it became a meme there for a while. But
I get what you're saying, Bond. Sometimes the losers win, and sometimes the big guys fall. You know what I mean? Sometimes
like I said,
the fucking boom and knocks the guy out. You know,
like I said, the major media had to apologize to National Enquirer because they got it right. They got the shit right.
My neighbor next door is mad at me, and tell me if I'm the asshole here.
Okay.
Probably are, but okay. Hold on a second, Woody. Did he have a live stream, and then you wanted to come on the live stream, and then that's what happened? What happened?
Well, no, he's pissed at me because he comes over every night and hangs out for a little bit. He's got dogs and shit like that.
Right.
And he comes over. He literally comes over every night for at least 30 minutes. We play Mario Kart and shit. He's a young guy. Bought the house next to me. He's like he's not even 30.
Right. Oh.
Okay. But he's a moron.
There's no NAMNA shit going on here, is it? What's happening? What's going on here? What are you confessing?
What's going on here?
Well, no, he comes over all the time. Anyway, I have company coming in because we're getting ready to go to the Grateful Dead show, and he's pretty uncouth, Right. And he gets kind of. So I told him. So I told him. I said, "Hey, look, man, this weekend when my buddy's in town, you can't hang out." And he's pissed at me. He's like, "Oh, I'm there all the time."
Well, you're in the right. You're in the right. You're in the right.
Why am I in the right?
You're in the right because some people don't want to associate with other people, and some people appreciate their privacy, and so you're in the right.
The guy doesn't care. It's
or if you're English, privacy. They love their privacy.
Right. Yes, I love how they say certain words.
So John,
I love the Japanese word.
Am I the asshole here, John?
I think you. Well, I think you're okay. I think it. Well, first of all, it's your fucking house. You let whoever you want in and out.
Exactly.
Second of all, you have
the guy has
other friends over.
The guy has a key to my house. I mean, it's not like he comes over every once in a while. The guy actually has a key to my house.
So then you should tell him that, you know what, instead of coming at 7:30 every day like you normally come 6:30 before everyone else comes and get your time in, and then the other people come. Maybe you could have done that.
The guy's staying the weekend. It's not like he can just come over.
He's staying the weekend. Oh fuck. Okay, then mind. No, you tell him that you can't come for the weekend. You got other people. You got
other plans. I mean, shit. People make other plans. I mean, it happens.
You only have one penis, and you can only fuck so many people at one time. That's all.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Well, obviously, I'm not that big of a dick. I would never do that to anybody. But you guys did that shit to me. That's
Woody,
exactly what you did
Woody,
to me.
I know you feel like we abused the fuck out of you, but we did not. Okay.
Okay.
Trust me, we
okay.
did.
Let's okay. One.
If I even thought that I was singling you out as a target or something, I would have told you. Okay.
Okay.
No.
That's fine. Move past. I don't give a shit anyway. The guys distant history. Yeah. However, what's with Emo throwing his shit around?
I got nothing to do with Emo. But
what happened with
Emo does. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I got nothing to do with Emo. Other than I communicate with him every now and then. That's about it.
Well, I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed in him throwing out stuff that could be considered doxy. He thinks that if you did not see it, John, he is under the impression that there is a cabal of evil school teachers out in the world.
There is,
including Ernie Chrysler, or whoever the secular opinion, I think that's
Chrysler. Yeah.
Okay, Ernie. I'm sure that's whatever his name is. I'm sure it's probably Bill Jones, but
it's Ernie Chrysler.
And he's saying, well, he's a
hopefully we can find out who he is, and something could be done about him, because what he does is, I would say, harassment and stalking, and
I'm going to send a letter.
And what he does to Vaughn is even worse than what he does to me.
Well, listen to me. I am going to send an official government approved letter to the Canadian Parliament. And I guess I addressed it to
a cease and desist letter.
Well, it will be like a friend of the court brief here in the United States, and basically it would outline all that the THN has done to my family, my friends.
Hold on a second, Vaughn. Hold on a second. We're jumping to shock you. Let's put a pin in that. Let's let Woody finish the middle of his sentence, because he said he was talking about Ernie Chrysler. What was the end of the sentence, Woody?
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I was saying that everyone. First of all, I don't think he's a teacher.
No, he's a drummer.
Ernie Chrysler, isn't he the guy that stands in the corner of the truck stop and
probably
does stuff to the truckers? I don't remember.
I know he plays the drums. That's all I know.
I looked at after he said that, I got to thinking though, because he thinks like a school teacher. He tries to figure out why people come up with the answers and the stuff that they do. They say,
right.
And that's what you do okay. So, if you see a kid, even if it's completely off base, you try to figure out where in the line of thinking, where did it get fucked up? Right. Was it me? Maybe, one time, God, 20 some years ago, I was actually teaching a history class, and I just fucked up. I don't go to my notes. I just kind of free will. I have an outline. And I said, I don't know, in one passage, I said, like the South won the Civil War. Just made a mistake.
What the hell?
I just point blank made. It wasn't anything that important.
How would you possibly say something like that?
It wasn't anything important like that. It was more like I got the president wrong. I said, Jackson instead of Jefferson or something. I just screwed up on something. Anyway, on the test, everyone missed that question. And so I had to figure out why. Why was the overwhelming, including kids that usually don't miss anything? And so I realized after I did a little research that that's what I told them. Mm-hmm. They learned what I told them. So I had to eat crow and apologize and give those points back and reteach it. That was a long time ago. I haven't been in the classroom for a while. Still do the college. I still do the college stuff.
Well, there is an evil cabal of teachers. It's called the Teachers Union. So yes, there is an evil cabal of teachers.
I just read a news article here. I was reading a news article, and I was reading that a teacher was suspended from a school. What the fuck did it say in the news article? Teacher was suspended from school because the teacher wouldn't let a drag, like some sort of like drag party at the kindergarten for the kids. or some shit like that. I'm like thinking to myself, holy shit, you can get fired from your job if you don't let a bunch of fucking drag queens come in and fucking swing their fucking cock in the face of 5-year-olds anymore. That's the world we live in. I'm thinking to myself, the teachers union comes in and just says, no, get the fuck out. I mean, the teachers are the school board is going to say no to that. You think in a rational, reasonable world, you think that you think they'll say, yeah, you did the right thing.
Well, the gods have said that
it's asinine. It's asinine to think that there's a coalition of troll teachers out there giving extra credit to kids for trolling people. There's no teacher in the world that's going to get in trouble for doing that shit. We don't, and even though I'm not sure what they teach in the STEM classes, which is a science, technology, engineering, mechanical, whatever it is. That's what they do, most of the computer stuff. I don't even know. I'm not sure what they teach in there, but I know for a fact it's not fucking hacking. I'm pretty sure that it's not hacking. I know for a fact it's not. Well, they can't. It's not the fucking Wild West in schools. There's administrators. There's a curriculum. You have to follow it. There's benchmarks. There's testing. If after the first,
okay, now hold on, Woody. All right, let's back up a little bit and look at from a broad perspective, okay, which is what I'm looking at it from. I'm looking at it from a broad perspective, meaning the public school system, the whole public school. By the way, I was in court with the head of Clay County Schools, if you'll recall. Exactly. Okay, so I have personal experience with this shit. Okay. And the school system, the overall public school system is an evil cabal because it indoctrinates these children into communism, and it tells them that their parents are no good. It tells them that it's all their parents' fault. Everything that goes wrong is the parents' fault. It's never the school's fault. Okay, give you a case in point. I was in court with the head of Clay County Schools.
It usually is the parents' fault, Vaughn.
Hold on now.
It usually is.
Hold on now. The head of Clay County Schools said it was my fault that they did not fumigate their schools. Said it was my fault. Okay. Everything is put on the parents, literally. Literally everything is dumped on the parents. It's all the parents' fault. The school never has any. See, my understanding of law, okay, and admittedly this is going by an old Ohio law from years ago, but my understanding of law is that if you have a public environment, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a fucking hot dog stand. If you have a public environment, you are duty bound to keep that environment in a clean and safe status at all times. Okay? Now, the school system saying that I am somehow responsible for them refusing to fumigate their damn schools and refusing to take care of the lice problem that they obviously have in their schools, because my kids were coming home with lice in their hair, and they sure as fuck weren't getting it from me because I hate bugs. I absolutely despise bugs. There's only a few bugs that I like. That's a ladybug, a praying mantis, and a dragonfly. Everything else can go fuck themselves, okay? So I do not like bugs. So the thing of it is that they come, the kids would come home with lice in their hair, and I'm like, hey, why aren't you fumigating these schools? Why aren't you checking these children in the gymnasium before they start class? Because all the kids go to gymnasium before they start class anyway, because they got to do roll call. Okay, well, hell, while you're doing roll call, you can check the kids, or better yet, douse them in mouthwash and put a towel over their fucking head, and by the time they're done with school, them bugs is dead. But they won't do that. They will not take any responsibility.
I can
it's all
explain
on
that.
the parents. It's the parents' fault. Even though the bugs never come from my home, I got accused of it. I got blamed for it, even though the bugs never come from my home, because I don't allow bugs in my house, except ladybugs. And they gather on the ceiling during the wintertime. But that's cool. They're trying to stay warm. But
Don't forget slugs, Vaughn. Don't forget slugs.
Slugs
are not bugs. Slugs are like snails. They're not bugs. Anyway, the point is that the school absolutely denied any responsibility on their part at all. This is the head of Clay County Schools in court with me. I'm looking at the man eyeball to eyeball.
Ron, let me explain to you. Why that would not happen. First of all, after late elementary here, we don't even send kids home with lice. We used to send kids home, but we just make notification of it. And you're asking them to fumigate a school. Do you have any idea the cost and expense?
And any idea?
Then they shouldn't do it then. Then if they can't run a school, then they shouldn't do it then.
John, let me finish.
You shouldn't run a school. If you can't afford to run a school, you shouldn't run a school.
Yep.
John, let me finish. So they come in.
Of course they have the money. They could the government prints money out after a year. The banks are talking about the fucking yelling out here. This fucking Jew bag bitch is talking about the debt ceiling. They're going to run out of money. You know what they're going to do? You know what these fucking cocksucking Democrats and Republicans are going to do? They're going to raise the debt ceiling. You know what they're going to do? Print more money out of thin air. So if they need money to fucking fumigate the school, print the fucking fake money and pay the fucking people with the fake money.
All right. Okay. That's fine. Let me finish what I was going to say. So let's say even after the asinine idea of shutting down a school for a week, which would cost ungodly, and the kids would also.
First of all, it wouldn't take a week to
finish my fucking school. Let me finish my fucking sentence, John. God damn, take a pill.
All right, finish your fucking sentence, and then I'm going to give you a whacking right in the head. Boom, 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 boom. Go.
Okay. All right. So let's say you fumigate, and let's say you do this asinine thing. The bottom line is that unless every kid's parents go home and fumigate as well, they're going to be bringing lice back in the very next fucking day because
full stop because you're done.
Now you fumigate again. The kids are out for a week.
No.
Under your theory, the kids there would be no kids in school for a year because if a parent decided to not wash their sheets and pillows every fucking day or whatever it is to get rid of them, then you would have to.
You would have the bill. First of all, it would take a day. You come in, you close the school, they fumigate, they reopen the next day because I've had places fumigated. That shit dissipates within a matter of like 2 hours, 3 hours. The fucking air is clean again. Okay, so you have the school day closed. The school's closed for a day. You come back the next day. You have a fucking queue outside the fucking school, and you have a guy checking the hair. Now, if someone has lice, he gets pulled to the side. He goes to queue number 2. He goes to queue line number 2. He gets a fucking ticket or a paper that says you need to get examined farther. You need to get whatever. Then that's how you get it in. So you get the people in that are clean. You get the people who are not clean out. It takes you at least 3 days max to get it up running back up to full speed because then the next day the kid gets the ear clean. They're back the next day.
You better fucking believe it. People Thulu has just donated $2 through Super Chat. Dang it, I just got era. Start again. Grin.
Well, we're just getting our teeth into this one, so there's been a few nugs, there's been some doxing. Vaughn's going to contact the Parliament, Canadian Parliament on me. So, but I appreciate it, and I appreciate being here. Stick around. We'll see what develops, what percolates out of this.
So that's no more than 3 days.
Okay, so
that's not a week. That's not a fucking month.
You want to ostracize a bunch of poor kids whose parents may or may not be able to afford lice shampoo.
They're already being ostracized.
The school will pay for it. The school will pay for it. The government will pay for it.
When they send them kids home, CPS comes out and takes them away. That's what happens.
Well, John,
then you have CPS abusing the family. Like, why did you have the lies? You know, why did you do that? Yeah, you'll also have that problem.
Like I said, they blame everything on the parents. Let me tell you something.
Wait a second. You guys are libertarian conservatives. But yet, your answer for everything is the government spend money to fix it. I don't understand that.
Well, first of all, we shouldn't even have public school systems.
No, it's not.
So
no,
if you ask me, so now that we have this shitty system, this shit that doesn't even work, let's do it the right way then. You know what I mean? Exactly. If you're gonna steal people's money by force through taxation to fund these fucking government brainwashing facilities, then you better fucking operate them in a respectful way for the people that are fucking safe.
God damn it!
You know what I mean? I went to school. I remember the public school system. I wasn't exactly horrible, but it was fucking shitty. And thinking back, I can list a couple of things, ways that I could fix it to make it better. But of course, they're not going to listen to me, Woody. You know what I mean? But it would take just a maximum of 3 days to fix the lice problem in a school. If Vaughn is correct in saying that there was a lice breakout in his school district of Clay County, number 1 Clay County district in Kentucky, then they should have fucking closed.
Mr. Unite for the Chill Wind donated $2 through Super Chat. J-Dub's the fumigation expert.
Yeah, I imagine when he enters a room, it clears. So I guess in some way he would be. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Close the school, fumigated, take you no more than a couple hours. Then the next day you have a queue for a line of the kids, checking the lice. You have a second queue for the people that may or may not have it. You double check. You get a ticket. That they tell you what to do. They give you the products. You go to the doctor, whatever they need.
Here's the beautiful.
The school pay for it.
All right, hold on. Here's the beautiful thing about the whole damn thing, though. The beautiful thing about the whole damn thing is that it only takes a matter of minutes, because they're already in the gymnasium for roll call. Okay, that's a fact.
Yeah.
They're in the gymnasium for roll call, and while they're in the gymnasium for roll call, all you got to do is get a bottle of mouthwash. Put some mouthwash in the kids' heads.
The problem is, Vaughn.
Where did mouthwash come from? That's not
mouthwash kills. Mouthwash kills lice. Did you know that?
No.
It not only kills lice, it kills the eggs too. Oh yes, yes it does. You don't have to buy
but that's if we preemptively.
Mouthwash is also used. Brace yourself, Vaughn, for keeping your mouth clean. Like Listerine. Gingivitis. But these are concerns that Vaughn does not have. When's the last time do you think that Vaughn bought mouthwash or toothpaste? Well, not since the kids. That's why I always laugh in his trailer when he shows his bathroom mirror. And it's all got like the flicks from... And they're all at the bottom from like really short people, like kids, brushing their teeth. And it just shows how long. It's been like 3 years. And he hasn't even wiped the mirror. He just leaves the spattered toothpaste. Because we know he's not using the toothpaste. I mean, let's be real here, folks.
Get the lice. Now, if we have an lice outbreak, then we have to escalate that. We can't do road call in the fucking gymnasium. We would have to shut the fucker down. Right. You know what I'm saying? So... Okay, you would hope that you can catch it beforehand. Now, if you do like what Vaughn is saying, catch it beforehand, you would mitigate that whole issue, Woody, of shutting the school down and ostracizing and all that.
Well, no, wait a second. If they sent your kid home with lice, saying they have lice, that means they're doing their part. You're saying to send them home for fixing anyway. Why not eliminate that by just saying, hey, send a letter home with the parent or with the kid?
Woody, you're not listening. You're not listening. Let me try this again. They accused me of being the source of the damn lice. They accused me of being the source. I'm not the fucking source. The source was the school. But they kept accusing me of being the source where the lice come from. The lice never come from my house. I am adamantly anti-bug, okay? Especially in my house. I can't stand. When I see one cockroach, I buy 100 roach motels. Okay, that's how crazy I am about bugs.
So, did you guys wash the pillows and sheets
yes, religiously? That's what I'm trying to tell you. They kept accusing me of being the source of the bugs. I was not the source of the bugs. The goddamn school system was. And the school system should have took responsibility and said, okay, the bugs are coming from our school. Let's do everything we possibly can.
You think a bunch of government bureaucrats, which is basically what they are, fucking teachers, you think they're going to fucking admit to wrongdoing?
No.
Teachers are not bureaucrats.
I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. Teachers are perfect angels. You can, all throughout this pandemic is what I like to call it. We're saying teachers are heroes. Teachers are heroes. They're not fucking heroes. They're the worst of the worst. We think of teachers of like these beautiful people who teach kids right from wrong and all this. They're in there brainwashing them. They could care less about what you believe at home, your mother, your father. They don't want your values. Anyway,
that's fair.
Enough of this topic. This topic is now over, Woody. This topic is now over, Woody. We're going to continue on with our day of what we were meant to do here, Vaughn. We're going to have some fun. Borderlands.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, that was interesting. Where's my boy Sammy at? How come he doesn't ever come on with me?
He wants to come on, but he's waiting for you to leave.
Tell him to come up here. Don't be a pussy, Sam.
I know you two lovebirds.
I don't have a problem with Sam. He's the one who starts yelling and screaming and shit, not me.
Al said mouthwash is not an effective treatment for killing lice.
AI
are parasitic insects that infest the hair and scalp, and they require specific treatments to eliminate them. Spoken like a true disciple of the goddamn elites. Okay, no. I know from experience using mouthwash works because everybody down here uses the shit. And it not only kills the lice, it kills the nits too. Well, what is a nit? A nit is the bug, the eggs. So yes, it does. No, slugs are not bad. No, they are not. Slugs do not.
And here's Steph coming out as a true troll, coming here from how many months have you been coming here?
Probably
and talking to us. Now all of a sudden, what?
You know what? What she's upset about is the fact that she's calling you on your bullshit, John. Just don't block her. Don't block him or her, whoever it is. I mean, why would you do that? She called you on your bullshit, John. You're delusional because you are being delusional.
There is no fucking bullshit. No delusion. Delusional about what?
We just got through reading an article. Woody, we just got through reading an article where teachers were teaching our kids this drag queen bullshit in the classroom. We just got through reading that. We just got through reading that on the news.
Fuck your brainwashing cams. We're moving on with the day. You're just here to fucking troll. You're here to troll. You go bye-bye. We have a no troll policy. There you go, sir. What's up, buddy? You're here to troll. You go bye-bye. We have a no troll. Sammy, what's happening?
Policy.
Thank you.
Hey, everyone.
Sammy. Did you see my YouTube video this morning?
No. Well, no, I didn't catch it. What?
Oh, have I got news for you, brother?
What?
Vladimir Putin, my former enemy in the Cold War.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say about that. But my former enemy in the Cold War, Vladimir Putin, came out Sunday and said that he was siding with the J6 patriots here in America, and that the Biden administration is 100% corrupt, and that anybody associating with, helping to put into power the Biden administration was being permanently banned from Russia. That includes the major media, that includes social media, that includes military personnel, that includes government people, everybody, anybody that defended this goddamn illegal regime is being permanently banned from Russia. This was an edict from President Putin, I believe either Saturday or Sunday. I think it come out, the story broke over the weekend or something. And I read about it yesterday, man. I couldn't wait to put that shit out because that is fucking awesome.
It's all out warfare now. You should realize that Marjorie Taylor Greene is about to start the impeachment process this week, right?
She ain't gonna get far.
No, but she's going to put in the articles of impeachment this week.
She's already done it. She's already done it. Not going to go anywhere.
Republicans only have 4 votes in the House, and they have 0 in the Senate. How's she going to get anything done?
Well, the only way to stop the Biden regime or the Obama-Biden regime,
let's call
is to allow for the debt default to happen.
Oh, yeah, and that reminds me, Putin specifically mentions Obama in his statement, that Obama, the first president to be banned from Russia, Obama. What an honor! What an honor!
Well, they banned Putin from the Western countries. They said they
from somewhere.
It's tit for tat. tit for tat.
I am 100% behind
Putin
this
is going to get arrested if he steps foot in any Western country. So
I hope he does. I can't wait to see that. And by the way, Vladimir,
what?
I know you're watching
or
now.
Obama?
Wait a minute, Vladimir. Now that I know you're watching, you need to put out an APB on Bill Gates' ass. Get an APB on
the real question.
Yeah, it came out recently. I guess I don't know what happened, but Bill Gates was. I guess they have proof of Bill Gates sexualizing little girls at that
I sent Vaughn the link to that.
Yes, he did.
Breaking news.
Yes, he did.
What he did was he held over Bill Gates. Maybe I'm sure other things too. Well, allegedly, but Bill was having an affair with a Russian bridge, the card game player, and he hooked up with her, and Epstein was holding it over his head, the affair. Then he got her into special coding classes with Bill Gates. Bill Gates gave them to him for free, or no, Jeffrey Epstein paid for them so she could go be with him and learn coding from Bill Gates, coding. And then later on, Epstein demanded the money back.
Wow. Was she underage?
No. She was underage. She was younger, much younger, but not illegal. I mean, I'm early 20s, maybe 20, 25. She's young. But not illegal.
Oh. Anyways, it's like
as a matter of fact, the only time you see him smiling ever, unless he's doing some goofy talk show, is whenever he's with her.
Sammy is so disappointed. I got to put that back. He's so disappointed it wasn't an underager.
Whenever he's with her, you can see pictures of them together.
Oh, well, yeah, the Russian chicks, they
early 20s, maybe 20, 25. She's young. But not illegal.
Oh.
Oh, he's so disappointed. Yeah, just the age of the chicks you allegedly hit on online, Sammy. When you're bragging to your buddies and you're lying, and you're saying some 20-year-old Turkish woman or something's interested in you. Yeah, that.
Anyways, it's like
as a matter of fact, the only time you see him smiling ever, unless he's doing some goofy talk show, is whenever he's with her. You can see pictures of them together.
Oh, well, yeah, the Russian chicks, they know how to take care of business.
Well,
but
that's one way of putting it.
If you're
what
going
are you trying to say, Sammy? The Russian girl. It's so funny. You know what? There's a video of Putin, and a journalist asked him whether or not Trump had sex with the Russian. You remember the Russian conspiracy? Trump was having sex with pissing on him in the motel. So they asked Putin that question, and he goes, "You think Trump is that fucking stupid? He's gonna get prostitutes when he has a gorgeous wife?" That's his answer. And he says, and then Putin says his smart ass remark. He says, I know the Russian women are always better, but come on."
Here's the question I have: who is more likely to piss on a hooker, Donald Trump or Hunter Biden?
Hunter Biden.
I think Hunter Biden would like the laptop, but they found pictures online.
He didn't just piss on her; he shat on her too.
Ew.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the type of filthy animal he is.
They're sick fuck. Like I said, these people are sick fucks. Okay, they're sick. They're messed up in the head. I mean, who the fuck would drink the blood and eat the flesh of innocent little babies? Okay, these fuckers are sick. They're sick. They need to be put in front of a tribunal. Bad. Every one of them. Every one of them need to be put in front. Who in the fuck would think it's okay to drink the blood and eat the flesh of innocent little babies?
Hey, can I bring up a different subject just to take our minds off of this crap? Yesterday on Fox Business with Maria Bartiromo, on a few segments, not just one, they're talking about China and relocate.
But at least Israel and America gets along. I mean, at least we have that going for us.
Elliptical orbit, just like they said. That's every 36,000 years or whatever the fuck. And
has claimed that we would be dead twice over by Nibiru at this point. Yeah. He is completely off his.
Oh, here we go, the Nibiru.
Yeah, I monitor everyone. I don't believe
now, hold on a second. Hold on a second. We found Nibiru. It's called Planet Eris.
I have a video.
Hold on. I'm trying to explain something here. We found Nibiru. Its name is Planet Eris. It has a moon called Discordia. It is a real planet. It has an elliptical orbit, just like they said. That's every 36,000 years or whatever the fuck. And so, yes, we really did. We found it in 1983. Okay, you can Google that shit. We found Planet Eris in 1983. It is Nibiru. It has the same elliptical pattern as Nibiru. It has a single. It used to have a lot of moons, but apparently in its travels, it lost a bunch of its moons. But anyway, the point is, we did.
You guys are familiar with MMBB33, right?
What you mean? The
channel, the YouTube channel?
No, I'm familiar with the rock called Apophis, which is supposed to be visiting us here in a few years. They say. I think it's supposed to swing by in 2025, and it's supposed to. Okay, my understanding is that Apophis swings by in 2025, and if it hits a certain window, it will slingshot around the sun and smack us in the ass in 2036. Now, if it misses that window,
I have something
out into space.
Can I get a word in edgewise? I know, Vaughn, we've heard it. I'm not in disagreement with you, but I have an update for you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you're familiar with this, he's from Arizona. Also, he's from Scottsdale or the Phoenix area or whatever. MMBB33 something or other. He does a lot of reports on sky phenomenon, weather, oddities in the heavens, and people send him all of the footage from around the world, but especially from the United States. And just on the 14th and on the 15th, this was about 10 days ago, there were several sightings from across the United States in the nighttime by avid astronomers with high-powered telescopes that they managed to connect their video cameras to and record something very peculiar, which I think, Vaughn, you'll find very intriguing and very interesting.
Okay.
The looks of it, the shape of it.
Right.
I'm attaching the video, the link. I did my own little editing job. I took a snippet that was the most important part of the video to get the point across.
To get to the point, right.
Yeah, and to show people, and we know about the red kachina, right? Remind me of the Native American tribe, the
Hopis, I think, isn't it?
The Hopi Indians, right?
Yeah.
They have the blue kachina and the red kachina, and they describe what the red kachina looks like. And throughout many years in the past, we've had astronomers and institutions that are describing what a brown dwarf is, and they gave us actual photographs of it and what they would look like with those stripes and in a diagonal, sort of like a direction that it's startling. Play the video, please. I made my own video and a video edit snippet, and it should raise alarms. All right, because this has not occurred before, and this is in our solar system. This is close. Play it, please.
I can't. I'm not John.
John.
Only John can play it.
Where is John?
Just got in. What are we talking about this beautiful day? Piglets are out and running around. I'm glad your piglets are out and running around, man. It's good to have piglets out running around. It is.
Well, anyway, I'll give you a description. Not to like what's the word I'm looking for here for when you reveal something, the plot of a movie before
Disclosure.
No, spoiler. A spoiler.
Hey, hold on. Before we do that, Vaughn, did you watch?
I got just a quick thing to say. I have to run out of the house for a few seconds.
John, play the video, please. Play the video before you go. Play the video, please.
I'll wait till John gets back. Hey,
John, play the video.
Did you watch the video, Vaughn, that I sent you about the Russian, the head of the Russian Space Agency?
I read your comment, but I haven't actually read the article yet.
Yeah, there's a Russian. Oh Christ!
Go ahead, make it full screen, please, and get us out of there. And get us out of here. Make it full screen for everybody. And start it from the beginning, please. All right. Thank you very much, Johnny.
Saw this off in the distance. He zoomed in. Obviously, it's a little out of focus, but all in all, you get the idea. It looked like a pink star off in the distance. This wasn't a planet. It wasn't an airplane or a helicopter. It was stationary. And as you're going to see when he zooms back out, it does look like a star just sitting off in the distance, an unusual star at that. I don't know what these lines represent, but all of those lines are at the same exact angle. Again, I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. I just found this super weird. And so did Scott. And in the email that he shared with me, he just put that this was a different type of a star in the nighttime sky. And as he zooms out, as he retracts away from this object, you're going to be able to see it's clearly in the nighttime sky. Here's the neighborhood lights. There's a street light there, a couple of street lights over here. And then there's this thing off in the distance that was apparently pink when he zoomed in on it. That's the color it became. And even at this distance right here, you can kind of tell that it's not white. It's kind of a pink color, and it is indeed a different type of star or something that he noticed in the nighttime sky from Shelton, Connecticut. Thank you, Scott. Greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, well, that's definitely different.
That's the brown dwarf, man. I have pictures of it from all the different astronomical institutes. They gave descriptions of what a brown dwarf looks like. Right. And that's not way off outside of our solar system. The details in that thing would not be able to show up if it was a star way off several galaxies away or in several star systems or light years away from us. It's in our fucking solar system. That a planet shows up in such detail when you put it under a high-powered telescope, okay? That is the fucking brown dwarf that's going to cause the Earth to shake when it gets close enough to the Earth. Well, so we're upon it. All of the events are coalescing.
Well,
oh, folks. The bullshit's going to get deep here. These two are now on the same wavelength. This is going to get absolutely nutty. I can't stand Sam, but I'm compelled to listen. For a few minutes. I know where it's going, but...
Global financial collapse, global thermonuclear war, and chaos, and this brown dwarf quasi-star just happens to show up coincidentally to shake the Earth? I don't think so. Well, that's the hand of God right there.
Now the gods have said they're gonna deal with these New World Order assholes. So maybe this is what's coming. I don't know.
Why are we building up to a major crescendo of the dollar failing, global global financial collapse? And we're also all these wars, and now the pressure that's building with now China and declaring open warfare. China's declaring open warfare, economic warfare against the United States.
Yeah, it gets confusing for those who've been around. Vaughn is a flat earther, yet also clings to Nibiru on an elliptical orbit and brown dwarfs. Random. Remember when Vaughn used to be into that? There was just like random fucking brown dwarfs and shit roaming in the solar system.
The United States is declaring economic warfare. Excuse me, and then this brown dwarf, and with it. Let me show you something, Vaughn, and I want to show John something. The research that's been done. I did my research into it. The thing is like starting. It's just like a startling 100% resemblance to the research the astronomers have done for decades, recording what brown dwarfs look like with those stripes, with that color scheme. It's the real thing, people. Get a load of it. It's the real deal. All right, 1 second. I'll show you a picture from 2017 from the American Astronomers Association that I put on my Facebook. All right, and you have to take a look at this thing. It's a picture from 2017. Right. All right, 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm saving it. 1 minute, and then I'll share my screen, or we'll do something. And
not do anything because John's not there. You're gonna have to wait.
John is gone.
John went outside. Remember, he said, "I got to step outside a minute." He said,
and you can't do anything.
No,
you can't put the picture up.
No.
When he comes back, basically, if anybody wants to look it up, I'll give you the site.
Put the link in the outside chat and let everybody look it up for themselves.
No problem. 1 minute. I'll do it.
Yeah, just put that in the outside chat, and then everybody can look it up for themselves. In fact, I'll look it up and see what it looks like.
Wait a minute. I'll give it to you, Vaughn. Just give me a second. And by the way, I have more news. Joseph Atwell agreed to give us another interview this Thursday morning. This Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I hope I don't.
Let me find the link. Let me find the site. Here, he just answered. He got back to me. He answered me. His wife has.
So I didn't bother to watch the interview, but we already discussed that. And the fact that this guy would come back to these knuckleheads, like even first off, right? But they actually offer to come back. The question is, will any of these fuckers have a new shirt on by the time that this interview happens? Folks.
Recovered. The medical problem is past.
Praise the gods for that.
And so 1 minute. 1 minute. Here it is. I'm opening the page.
Right.
1 second.
Just grab a link and let me have the link.
Here it is. 1 second. Here,
throw it in the outside chat so that they got the link.
Here, I'm sending it to you. I sent it to you in the private chat.
Right, yeah.
And you could put it in the the chat, whatever. All right. The name of the site is
Nova.
AAS Nova. Something.
Yeah, Nova is a science program put out by public broadcasting, for those of you that don't know.
And has a picture there, planets and brown dwarfs. The difference between stars, planets, brown dwarfs, low mass star. They give you a nice illustration there.
Right.
Show it to everybody.
Well, unfortunately, I cannot because my
when John comes back, my
YouTube account was banned. I can only go through StreamYards to interact with YouTube now. So
anyway, you could see it there, Vaughn.
I'm looking right at it.
Look at that picture of the brown dwarf. That's the spitting image of what we just saw.
Yes.
And guess what? The video footage from Connecticut wasn't the only one. If you want corroboration from around the country, there were people in Arizona. There's a continuation of that little video I made. He didn't play the whole thing. People recorded it in Arizona, in Scottsdale. People recorded it in the Midwest. All right. People put their telescopes on it. They saw it. All right. And that was 10 days ago. And this thing is incoming, baby. It's the real deal. We're upon the reckoning. And and there are all the signs in the world that we're building towards the crescendo. All right. And why have the senators in the Senate been given satellite phones, and they've been given a warning that just in case there are disruptions, we're giving you these satellite phones, and we're preparing for unseen or disruptions. What kind of disruptions? Is it going to be the cyber attack? Is it going to be the EMP?
Oh, jeez. The voice.
Or is it going to be Mr. Nabil?
Right. Let's get ahead here. Oops.
And basically the camera shaking. It's the real deal.
And yes, I know the keyboard prompts, but my mouse is closer than my keyboard. I'm too lazy.
All right, so there's the moon.
Flat Earth.
There's the sun. It's a round orb.
Oh, Vaughn's starting to chime in. It's a flat Earth.
Orb. and the moon is a round orb.
Above
all
our
right,
heads.
and it's not flat. It's a sphere. So that footage of the incoming brown dwarf that has it has the
Anunnaki is the one that started all.
No, what's the word? The density and the gravitational pull and the speed that it's spinning in.
And lizards.
When it comes by, we'll have the shaking that was long anticipated. And
well,
then
the destroyer is going to.
That is the
Vaughn is getting so pissed right now. We just skipped ahead. He has sat and listened to and it's Vaughn. Like, if he ain't the center of the show scooping the bullshit, you can tell right now he is so pissed. He is so sick of listening to Sam.
Destroyer, my dear Fred. And it's incoming. It's in the solar system, and it's who knows how much longer it's going to take to come by and swipe the Earth. It's not going to impact the Earth.
Well, it said Apophis is coming in 2025, so...
No, but this fucking thing is in the solar system, and it's coinciding, and it's aligning perfectly with the fat lady singing, with the crescendo moment, with the big finale of the global financial collapse, and the threat of nuclear exchange, the total annihilation of all life on the planet. And isn't it just timely? Isn't it just so perfectly synchronized? This is not a minor matter. All right, and the fact that senators have been given sat phones and a warning that communications might go down and they'll need it for continuation of government, that's creating a lot of speculation now, and that's hitting the alternative media and the preppers now. But for what reason? I ask you again: is it because of the electromagnetic pulse? Is it because of cyber attacks, or is it because of this fucking thing that's in the solar system?
Well, now the solar flares can knock out electronics. They can. We've seen that happen. I personally saw that happen.
First things to get fried are the satellites in a solar flare.
Well, I was in Manchester one day, and it was crazy. It was really bizarre. All of a sudden, just out of nowhere, all the transformers all down the road started popping. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody's freaking out. People start diving for dipsy dumpsters to hide. Everybody, and they're like, Vaughn, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? I said, relax, folks. It's just an EM pulse. The impulse is hit, and it took out the transformers. But yeah, I was literally like...
So, VONHELTON, right? The most unbelievable part of this story to me is that the townspeople turned to VONHELTON for advice. They were so panicked and scared, right? Is it like that part of the 80s movie where the geeky outcast that gets bullied they have to go to because he's the only one that knows, how to kill zombie, werewolf, vampires, or whatever, right? He's the one that has the heavy metal album that they play backwards to get the clues, right? Is that... They actually, and they said, Vaughn, and he said, well, folks, just relax. It's a solar flare.
Popcorn. Boom, 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 right on down the road. And I had an attorney come to me. His name was Joe. I had an attorney named Joe come to me. He says, what's going on, Vaughn? And I said, it's probably an EM pulse from the sun. Because the sun's having itself a little hissy fit up there. And that's basically what it is.
People recorded that and put that on YouTube.
I wish I could have, but I didn't have a mobile device at the time.
No, people have recorded incidents like that in Midwestern
right, but I didn't have a mobile device
with the transformers on the
but everybody asked me, they said, what the hell was that? I said, well, it's most likely an EM pulse. So I went online, and sure enough, an EM pulse, a really powerful EM pulse, came from the sun and knocked our shit out. So, I mean...
I saw a video where
the sun ain't billions and billions of light years away. It's not. I'm sorry, guys. It's just not. That's bullshit.
Not light years, miles. Not light years. 93 million miles. It's not light years.
No, that's the moon, bro. That's the moon.
No, 93 million miles from us.
Listen, the moon is 93 million. It's the sun. The sun is light years away.
No,
the sun is all the way into the center of our solar system, bro. That's a long ways away.
NASA measurements, it's 93 million.
Vaughn, if our sun, Like, this is on so many levels. This is just fucking stupid. I wonder how many years Vaughn thinks it takes for the photons from our sun to travel to Earth. How many light years away is the fucking sun?
Miles from the
I thought
Earth,
that was for the moon.
sun. That's the sun. The moon is much closer to the Earth.
I thought that was for the moon.
Oh,
Maybe I got it mixed up. I might have it mixed up.
It was 93 million.
Vaughn believes in a flat Earth anyways, so none of this is wrong.
It doesn't matter because neither one of them's millions of miles away.
Here we go.
It doesn't matter. It's all bullshit. The sun and the moon are above our heads, circling over our heads. That's what's going on. That's what's up. And I have a scientist.
Let bygones be bygones.
And I have a scientist from 1950 that says the moon is not a solid object anyway. It's made out of plasma. And that's from a scientist back in 1950. I got him on video saying that shit.
All right.
Yes, a credible scientist.
Oh, well, geez, a scientist from, the 1950s speculating that the moon is made out of plasma. Wow. That's compelling, Vaughn.
According to Mickey Mouse.
Not a kook, not a weirdo. A credible scientist says the moon was made out of plasma. It is not a solid object.
But Disney said it's made out of Swiss cheese.
Well, Disney has a rat for their symbol. So, I mean, Anyways, but yeah, like I said, I have a credible scientist from 1950. He says the moon is made out of plasma. It's kind of like a snapshot. It's kind of like the old type film snapshots where you pull the paper off of the motherfucker and you got to let it sit there and shit and develop. And it's kind of like that. But it's a reverse. It's like a negative. Imagine if Vaughn did have his own like kids science show, like Mr. Wizard, or like a real fucking budget Bill Nye, but it's all like Vaughnisms, like just teaching kids completely messed up, backwards science. Well, it's Nibiru.
Like the thing that is undeniable that all amateur astronomers, professional astronomers, no matter what kind of astronomers,
they're water droplets.
No matter what kind of telescope, when they point a telescope at the moon or at planets at nighttime, there is a distortion, a shimmering that looks like a gas. That looks
because it's made out of plasma. It's not solid.
No, it's between.
It's like how they say Saturn and Jupiter are not solid. They say they're gas giants. Well, what's a gas giant? It's not.
No,
solid.
I'm talking about the atmospheric distortion between them and the Earth. Do you agree that the Earth has an atmosphere?
All right, so let's check out this video. Someone give me the video. This is apparently the credible source that Vaughn is citing. Oh, it was surprised it's from a YouTube video, right?
You have a theory about the moon, and we expect to be able to get observable facts about the moon fairly soon. What is your theory?
Well, it is by now rather more than a theory. 10 or 11 years ago, I stated to various scientists that the moon is not a piece of rock, but it is a plasma phenomenon, cosmic plasma, and that this fact will eventually be confirmed. I made certain predictions which were already confirmed in 1958, and the situation now is coming close to a complete confirmation.
What will be the result if you're proved to be correct in your theories?
The result will be profound and decisive, because it will give proof that a complete reinvestigation of the laws of nature is necessary. Because if the moon is a plasma, no man will ever land on it. The soft landing attempts will all fail. That means that the mass of the moon is far less than is currently assumed. It's in a different state of energy, and it has far less mass. That means there is no more explanation for the tides. If the moon, for example, had only 1,000th part of its current mass, then the tides would only be 2 inches high under conventional theories instead of sometimes 14 feet. And that means that if it is proved that the moon is a plasma, then all gravitational theories are out, and a new concept of the cosmos and of its laws has to be evolved.
So basically this guy is saying my theory, would have the implication that everything we know about astrophysics up to that point, including things like gravity, it would have to be thrown out the window. But it's all contingent on when they get more data from the moon. Spoiler, Von Helton, they landed on the moon. I know he doesn't probably believe that, but this is all irrelevant because this is crazy shit from the old days. Let's continue.
Well, of course. Or we wouldn't be
so the camera, the lenses of the telescopes pick up the atmospheric distortion in the Earth's atmosphere when they point at heavenly bodies like the moon or the planets or other stars. When you look through a telescope, you first have to look through the Earth's atmosphere, and there are gaseous distortions in the image because it's of the Earth's atmosphere causing that.
The waters above and the waters below.
All right, so we got that straight. It's the atmosphere causing the distortion.
But it's the waters above and the waters below. That's why it looks like water droplets when you look through a telescope to look at something. Because it is a water droplet.
Because I'm like a stuffed turkey.
That is where I was.
Sticking me with a fork. I'm all done.
People has just donated $5 Australian through Super Chat. Feck me jigglies. I never knew the electric universe guy used to live in Australia. You learn something new, old every day. Good day, Cabas. Cowboy hat face.
Well, thank you very much. So Von Helton is supporting the biblical narrative now with the waters above the firmament, right? He separated the firmament and the fountains of the deep, the water below. And that's why things out in space that he doesn't believe in look like water droplets, except for when you look like through professional high-powered telescopes and telescopes in space. Anyways,
agree with you. But the distortions, no matter where on the planet, when you get people pointing their telescopes at night, they see the distortions. The distortions are because there is, humidity in the atmosphere, so it looks like a gas humidity, like smoke or like vapor. All right, so when you point the telescope, it looks like you're looking through vapor. Anyway, so the point being is this thing is here. It's not make believe. It's incoming, and it's coming at exactly the right time before the motherfuckers of this planet decide to kill all human life on the planet and decide to try to hide themselves wherever in the crevices, on the islands, no matter where they want to hide themselves.
Well, see, if you actually read the
Arctica, it's in perfect coordination, and I say it's the hand of God. The one God of the universe that controls all the manufactured, made-up imaginations. And
we have a source, but I don't know.
And all of the dark powers, the Sitra Achra, the other side.
Evil must be punished.
All right, because that's what he's allowed for. Human beings' imaginations will be shattered, and the one God of the universe will reveal himself, and the world will know that there's the one creator of the universe.
Must be punished, and it's not one God. Elohim is not singular. It's plural.
Yeah, well, it's the forces of nature that the one God created, okay? And each force of nature is not a God on his own, in his own, an island or whatever. It's the hand of the creator creating.
My Lord said to thine Lord, be thou in my midst. Come on, Sammy.
Well, it's the Hebrew Bible, and I said to you again, Lord can even apply to human beings.
Have no
and the judges were called Elohim, and prophets were called Elohim. You don't understand the Hebrew language, the abstract nature of it, the interpretive nature of it, and it's not a reference to a separate gods, because the first commandment is that there shall be no other God beside me, because all other gods are invented by the imagination of man. Looking at the forces of nature and separating them out and saying this is the God of that, this is the God of that. I say the forces of nature are also in the one God's hand, and or hands, and they are controlled, and they're controlled by angelic forces. The heavenly host is not equal to God. They are created of the one God. All right, so it's not about equal gods warring with one another.
I would point out
what was it? Zeus and Kronos on Mount Olympus, or the Egyptian pantheon, or the Hindu pantheon. That's all the imagination and flaws of man's imagination, interpreting nature as separate gods. Okay, that's why Abraham stood out and realized that it's the one creator, and that's what made him different, and that's why he's the father of the.
I'm the only reason I'm enduring this because I mean I can't stand it's like, man, it's like every time he talks, it's like my headphones are just pieces of tinfoil rattling at high frequency in my eardrums. But the only reason I'm watching this is just watching Vaughn get pissed. Like he's just fucking, he's so fed up with this conversation.
So-called monotheistic faith, but that Christianity is not monotheistic. It's a compromise.
I'm not going to take anything that wants to make
Islam is less monotheistic than Judaism, but it's just about more faithful to believing in one God and not several gods, even though they also start off with their pantheons and their pagan gods. Okay. Abraham will reign supreme. Understanding of the one God will be the world. They are not separate entities. They don't war with them. The world will know that there's one God. Evil will be done away with, but not before all the Jews of the diaspora are forced to return. The evil that will be allowed to, that will be permitted, will be that the Gentiles will go fucking crazy. They'll go fucking haywire. And they will take out all of their frustration, all their anger and aggravation at the Jews remaining outside of Israel. And the Jews will not be allowed to live in any Gentile nation. They will not be allowed to assimilate into any Gentile nation anymore, or intermarry into any Gentile nation. It's over for them. They need to pack up and leave. They need to.
All right. I realize some may have already watched this if you endured this, but I want to poll in the audience, in the chat, in the peanut gallery right now, what is going to give out first? Von Helton's will to hold that Mountain Dew up until it's recognized, or Sammy's fucking yap? So one for Vaughn. I'll make it clear. Who's going to give out first? 1 for Vaughn, 2 for Sammy. I know this is delayed, so I want to give it a second. What will break first? Vaughn's will, 1, or Sammy's silence? All right, getting results in. We're getting results in. All right, well, let's see what we got.
To forcibly or compel their spouses to convert to Judaism. Otherwise, they will be separated in a very violent and furious way. They'll die. Them and their spouses will die if they do not convert their Gentile spouses.
See, the thing you got to consider, if you notice Vaughn's angle, he's got the elbow on the desk, and he's leaning the weight. He's even put the other arm as support into the hip. That means he's dug in. He's dedicated, right? Now he's got bad circulation because of the diabetes, and ironically the fucking Mountain Dew that he drinks that's slowly killing him. But he's dug in there. If he's using something like a mouse mat or whatever you call the fucking thing, if he's using something like that to rest and cushion the elbow, I don't know. He has the face of determination. I think he's dedicated here, folks. This is a battle of wills. I also want to give a shout out to Von Helton's thumbnail. I've been noticing that in the last few clips we've been looking at. So shout out to Von Helton's thumbnail. I want to keep track of that progress. So someone keep track of that thumbnail.
Spouses, whether men or male or female, to Judaism. Okay, the day of judgment will come, and any Jew that's married to a non-Jew that he has not converted will die. Them and their spouse will die.
All right. Anyway, this Mountain Dew here is called Maui Burst, and it purports to be pineapple flavored. Now,
Von Helton's will, folks. You got to give it to Von Helton. He's the winner here. His will broke Sam. He took the opportunity. He stepped in. It's all about the can, folks. Can't bullshit a bullshitter. Don't fucking don't rule out the underdog. Don't ever rule out Von Helton's willingness, his stubbornness. That's one thing. Von Helton, he'll commit. If he's committed to something, no matter how ridiculous, asinine, how much of a waste of time it is. If he's dedicated, he's stubborn enough. I'll give him that. That is one quality he does have. He is stubborn. Now, if that had been G-Man, might have played out different. But in this case, we got to give it to Von Helton. Folks,
as we know, Mountain Dew put out Baja Flash, which was also supposed to be pineapple flavored, but it ended up being coconut flavored instead. So I am hopeful that this one doesn't have any damn coconut in it, and it'll actually be pineapple flavored. And so we will be taste testing this the next time we are live, folks, so you don't want to miss it. It'll be a live taste test of a new Mountain Dew called Maui Burst, and we will find out if it truly is pineapple or not. And we will do it live. Okay, we'll pull a Bill O'Reilly.
Direct energy weapon, Dew, out in the chat. I love it. That's good. That's pretty good.
And do it live, but we're not going to do it today because I just bought these. They're not even cold yet, so we're gonna put them in the fridge, let them get good and cold, and then we will find out if Maui Burst really is pineapple flavored. So I just wanted to get that out there. That little PSA for you to tune in and do it live next time.
Well, there's this, Bitcoin rich former Wall Street investor, a broker. A video is insiders prep for.
Because if it is, man, I'll buy 100 cases of it. I love pineapple.
Sure, you have it. You bought some already, or?
I bought some. I've got 2
cases.
cases.
John, can you share my screen?
He's sharing your screen. There it is.
I am.
The brown dwarf.
I want to put that back. I want to put that back. I want to put that back. Take a look at Von's face when he gets just cock slapped right in the middle of talking.
Love pineapple.
Sure, you have it. You bought some already, or?
I bought some. I've got 2 cases.
John,
look.
Can you share my screen?
Oh fuck! I'm dying.
To see if this Maui Burst is really pineapple. Because if it is, man, I'll buy 100 cases of it. I love pineapple.
Sure, you have it. You bought some already, or?
I bought some. I've got 2 cases.
John, can you share my screen?
He's sharing your screen. There it is.
I am.
The brown dwarf.
Okay, look at the brown dwarf. Look at the this image is from 2017.
You know that, right?
And it's based on diagonal. Doesn't matter. It's an artist's rendering. And look at Jupiter. It also has those stripes. Okay, so they're claiming that Jupiter was also a brown dwarf, and then it settled into a planet in our solar system.
I don't trust reptilians.
Von, can I just finish with my little proposal?
Yeah,
the images we saw in the video that I edited and put on Facebook is the spitting image of that red-brown dwarf with the stripes. Okay, and it's very close. Okay, this goes from the top to the bottom in a right direction. The other one is in a leftward direction, from top to bottom to the left.
But it's still water droplets.
It doesn't have to be perfectly a perfect rendition. This is what NASA and professional astronomers have documented using the Hubble telescope. This is a legitimate astronomical scientific illustrations offered up as evidence, and then all of a sudden you have a freaking an amateur astronomer providing us with footage that looks like the exact damn thing, showing up in our solar system. And again, it's not something way off. It's in our solar system. Otherwise, so basically, I put it on the timeline because God knows.
Anunnaki. The Anunnaki are reptilians that allegedly got here from outer space. Now, we read in the Emerald Tablets of Thoth that they didn't come from outer space. They were already here. They were just in another area of the plane of Earth. But the point is that this whole shit about solar systems and space and planets and all that bullshit, it all came from ancient Sumer, given to the Sumerians by the Anunnaki. Space is not real. Would you trust a reptilian, folks? I mean, come on. It's all fake bullshit started by the ancient Anunnaki who gave it to the Sumerians, and the Sumerians put it in their cuneiform and put it out there for assimilation into our minds. And it's all bullshit, though. And I will remind you that Greek atheist, he grabbed a hold of this shit and took off and ran with it, called it the Helios. He called it the Helios.
When you say, Vaughn, would you trust a reptilian? What I would say, would you trust some Greek homo? That would be my thing.
Well, exactly.
Would you trust
the guy was an atheist.
Some Greek homo in the bathhouse getting fucking banged out by some boys? No, I don't think so.
Well, exactly.
I go with this.
Well, like I said, this here. I mean, I'm not going to trust reptilians. The reptilians started this shit with the solar system and the stars and all that. As you can see here, this is from ancient Sumer. They got this information from the Anunnaki. Well, who's the Anunnaki? The Anunnaki are reptilians. I don't trust the fucking reptilians. This is where this shit about space comes from, and I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want nothing to do with that bullshit because it's not real. None of this shit about space is real. It's all bullshit. And it came straight out of ancient Sumer, straight from the Anunnaki. The Sumerians are not to be blamed because they're just the messenger. But still, the Anunnaki, I don't trust them at all. And the gods that I serve are not the Anunnaki. They're trying now, folks. They're saying that because the Anunnaki modified our DNA, that makes them our gods. No, it does not. The Anunnaki are not our gods. But see, they're trying to spin this shit now to make it sound like the Anunnaki are our gods. Well, no, they're not. They're not our gods. But this whole thing about space was started back in ancient Sumer by the Anunnaki. It is not real. It has never been real. It never will be real. We are on a flat Earth. We have what is called a huppah in Hebrew. It's called a huppah. It's a covering, and then there's water on the.
I'm a hot dog. I'm a hot dog. I'm a hot dog. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a hot dog. I'm a hot dog. I'm a hot dog. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a hot dog. Everybody party. I'm a hot dog. Fun on a bun. Fun. I'm a hot dog. Everybody party. Look at me. 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 I'm a hot dog.
The outside of this covering, and there's water below us underneath the earth. John, in fact, pointed out an article he found years ago where we found these huge aquifers full of water underneath the earth. Huge aquifers, massive ones, full of water. Okay, because everybody's like, well, where'd all the flood water go? Where'd all the flood water? It went into these aquifers under the earth. And it's still there, by the way. It's still there. It's all under there. So, yeah. This show is awful. But then why the fuck are you here? Vaughn, the earth is not flat. Yes, the earth is flat. This whole shit, I just showed you where this solar system bullshit comes from. It comes from ancient Sumer. It was given to the Sumerians by the Anunnaki. That's not my opinion. I mean, look at the fucking glyph. There it is. There it fucking is, right there in your face. Space is a lie. It's always been a lie. And this damn Greek atheist who came up with the Helios thing. Well, who is Helios? Helios is a god of the sun, for fuck's sake. So anybody that acknowledges space and acknowledges that we're on a spinning ball rocket is literally giving homage to a Greek god. Well, you know what that means, boys and girls? In the Jewish and the Christian and the Muslim religions, that means you're committing blasphemy, because you're paying homage to a Greek god. And the god, and as Sam just recently pointed out right here on this show, I will have no other gods but me. Okay, so if you're believing in this bullshit about space, you are literally giving homage to a Greek god called Helios. I'm not making this shit up. You can Google this. It's all out there. Anybody can go read it for themselves. That's why I am totally against space, and that's why I'm totally against this bullshit. I am not going to listen to what a bunch of goddamn reptiles say. Now, granted, they did come here. They did modify our DNA. Even our boy Carl Sagan admits that in his fucking book. He said that Cro-Magnon had outside help. Well, who the fuck was the outside help? Obviously, it was the Anunnaki. Well, who the fuck's the Anunnaki? They're a bunch of reptilians that supposedly came from space. They did not. According to the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Anunnaki from right here on the flat plane Earth. They're just from another area of Earth. Okay? Flat plane. Okay, but they're not from billions and billions and billions of light years away. No, they're not. That's bullshit. But the thing of it is that you can see for yourself right there in your face, this shit about space and planets, that all comes from the goddamn Anunnaki reptilians. It has absolutely no credence whatsoever. Not to me. You can believe, you're free to believe what you want. You want to keep believing in the spinning web ball rocket, knock yourself out. But I don't believe that shit for one fucking second. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah, I stopped believing in fairy tales when I was a little boy.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, Solar does make a good question. He says, why would the rest of the world go along with it? Money, honey, money. Benjamins, baby. It's all about the Benjamins. You think Elon Musk really believes the Earth is round? No. But he's making shit tons of money putting them goddamn rockets up. So he's going to keep putting the rockets up because he's making buku bucks. That's the whole point. That's why Musk is in it. He's making money. It ain't got nothing to do with the truth. Let me tell you something. I want you guys to remember this. You guys need to remember this. William Shatner went up in Bezos's rocket. Remember that? William Shatner, Kirk from Star Trek. He went up in the rocket of Bezos. And when he was up there, he was amazed. And when he comes down, he tells us, you know what he said? I'll tell you what he said. He said, it's not what I expected to see. Okay. Well, now, what would you expect to see if you went up into space? You would expect to see a round ball, blue ball, right?
Vaughn, you're getting an echo somewhere.
I'm getting it from Sammy, I think. But it's either Sammy or John, because it ain't me.
It's John. I was muted. Sammy's muted, so it's got to be John.
Oh, it's got to be John. Okay. Well, anyway, the thing of it is, Captain Kirk, William Shatner, he went up in Bezos's rocket, and when he comes down, the press was right there, and they stuck a mic in his face. They said, "What did you see? How did you feel? All this bullshit." He's like, "It wasn't what I expected to see." Okay, well, what do you expect to see when you go up in a rocket? You expect to see a blue marble. You expect to see a round Earth. He didn't see a round Earth. He didn't see one because it's not round. We have a scientist named Picard, no joke. He really is. His last name really is Picard. He went up, or Occubear. Anyway, he goes up in a gondola with an assistant, and they both testified under oath that when they went up there, they saw an infinite flat plane with, quote, upturned edges, unquote. They didn't see a round ball. They did not see a round ball. Now, this is a prominent scientist from back in the day, 1800s, 1900s, whatever. They never saw a ball. And when William Shatner came down and jumped out of that rocket, the first thing out of his mouth was, it wasn't what I expected to see. Because it wasn't. Because what are you expecting to see? You're expecting to see a ball up there. He never saw it. Never saw no stars, neither.
That video that I sent you, Vaughn, once again, it's just that it's a guy who's like, they were supposedly the head of the Russian space agency at one time.
Right.
And one of the things he couldn't notice, he couldn't figure out was, how did the Americans after spending days on the moon, when they got back, could walk in things, because the cosmonauts, when they were up in space, nowhere near the moon for a couple of days, when they got back, they had to be basically carried off the ship.
Correct.
And he said, I mean, what are they doing? Genetic testing? I mean, and this is a guy that was really invested in it. Like I said, the Russians were kicking our ass in almost every category of
yes. Well, they put Sputnik up there and it scared the shit out of everybody.
Right. And then Kennedy just happened to make this deal. And once again, the guy goes into details. He says, hey, I asked for NASA to explain to me where the landing site was so that we could take a telescope and look at it. They can't tell you, because there should be all kinds of trash. I mean, they left golf clubs. They left a rover or 2 or 3. I mean, they didn't bring that back with them. So they should be able to. Shouldn't you be able to take a telescope and see that? I mean, if we can see distant space galaxies with the Hubble telescope, I'm surely to goodness we can find a telescope here somewhere that we could find and look at it. What you doing, Bon? You pulling up that video?
I'm pulling up Auguste Piccard, who was a real scientist. Now
my mom finally had an epiphany and a wake-up call, because she listens to mainstream media and a lot of radio stations for the older types. And the news reports came out about RFK Jr. running for president and his platform, and they gave a little snippet of some of his speeches, and she came to me and said to me, this RFK Jr. is saying his uncle was assassinated by the CIA openly, and he's saying that all of the shots were unnecessary and dangerous.
Yes.
And I told her, yeah. And so when it comes from the mouth of RFK Jr., it all of a sudden has a little more weight and relevance and legitimacy, instead of when it comes from me. And she doesn't want to believe me because I'm listening to alternative media. She doesn't listen to it. And all of a sudden, this is the effect RFK Jr. is going to have on baby boomers and on the older generations. When it comes from a guy with his lineage and his family name, they will take him seriously. And when he comes out and makes these statements, then it makes people's eyes open.
Anyway, a huge yellow balloon reached the sky on May 27, 1931. Instead of a basket, it was attached to an airtight capsule of black and silver aluminum. Inside were the Swiss physicist Auguste Piccard and his assistant Charles Kepler, with a clear objective in mind: to reach the stratosphere. They ended up achieving their goal, reaching a record height of 15,971 meters in the first pressurized cabin in history. The reason for this adventure was strictly scientific. Piccard wanted to observe cosmic rays and support the theory of relativity of Einstein, whom he had known for years. In an episode that perfectly defines the personality of this versatile scientist, Piccard decided that to test his theory that these rays originated in the stratosphere, he would go there and do the experiments. And there is Auguste Piccard, the man himself. All right.
Did they get the inspiration for Captain Piccard from this guy?
They might have, yes. They might have, actually. Thus, at the beginning of the 20th century, Auguste Piccard, January 28, 1884 to March 24, 1962, designed and then had a beer cask, a factory-built and pressurized capsule propelled by a hydrogen balloon. This professor of physics in Brussels had been studying cosmic rays for a decade when he found himself flying between the chimneys of Augsburg, Germany. His balloon had taken off accidentally, and during the ascent, they realized that the aluminum capsule with which they had to climb thousands of meters had a mercury leak. First person to observe the curvature of the Earth. Okay, everything that could go wrong during the flight did go wrong, although it worked out fine in the end. Piccard calibrated the cosmic rays, much more powerful there than on the surface of the Earth, and became the first person to observe the curvature of our planet. It seemed a flat fucking disc with upturned edge, he said. Okay, that's it. Rant over.
Well, he didn't go high enough.
He didn't go high enough. Oh, bullshit! If it's got upturned edges, it wouldn't matter how high he went. It was a flat disc with upturned edges.
Why didn't the guy take photographs of the upturned edges?
Well, it was fucking early 1900s. I don't know if the camera out by then.
Explains why technology was insufficient to go high enough to see the orb.
Come on, it had upturned edges, dude. It had upturned edges.
By 1931, we were having motion pictures, talkies.
Okay, well, anyway, the point is.
Well, let's go to, so every telescope, every high-powered telescope, including Hubble and all the replacements for Hubble, that they launched up into the upper atmosphere, into the, is it in the stratosphere?
I have looked through observatory telescopes. I've had my own telescope. And I used to be a chemist, in fact.
All right, so
I have looked through telescopes. Every telescope I have ever looked through, they look like fucking water droplets.
Water droplets. Fine. A question for you. These Jupiter has a constant storm on it. Jupiter has a big hole that's very peculiar and familiar. Everybody knows it. Well, it's a permanent storm on that fucking planet.
The red spot.
Gaseous. It's a storm. It's a constant storm there. And if you observe Jupiter for a full day, that fucking thing rotates and it comes around. All right? It goes from left to right. It comes around and it comes back. And also the solar observatory telescopes, when they observe the sunspots on the fucking sun, they evidence full 100% confirmed video constant day in and day out footage, put their focus on the sunspots. And they come in from the left to the right, and then they come around again, confirming that the sun is a sphere, an orb. It's not flat, okay? And it's not some angle that it flattens the sun, whereby all of a sudden the sunspots are rotating around some disk, okay? It's an orb. It's a sphere. And all the black spots, all the holes, the solar holes, whatever you want to call them, the dark spots on the sun, they all rotate and they come around within what you might call it, the rotational. What do you call that? Like the 24-hour rotation of the planet. There's a rotational timeline for a full a full turn that the sun makes, okay? And that's documented by the Solar Observatory.
And if I look at a water droplet, it will move too. So
okay, explain to me the sunspots on the sun that are observed by the Solar Observatory, several telescopes in the solar system pointed at the sun. And explain to me that storm on Jupiter, that well-known, that everybody knows, the shape of Jupiter, and that storm that goes around and rotates from left to right, and then it comes around again. All right?
Every single time we put a rocket up, we'll follow the rocket up into the air, all right, with cameras. We follow the rocket up into the air with cameras. And the second they claim that it hits the so-called stratosphere, they switch to CGI every fucking time. Every time. Not just once or twice. Every time. Okay?
Circumstantial.
Why?
Circumstantial. And it's not. Can you prove it to me? You have some documentation.
Well, wait a minute. Did the cameras stop working? Did the cameras?
But you're making a claim without backing evidence.
Every single time.
Speculative statement is circumstantial. It's like you're making claims that you can't back up. But people do. But people do observe the frickin' planets with their own high-powered telescopes, and some like to do it all night long. And they like to observe the position of the storm on the planet Jupiter and have it and documenting its movement. And then it's coming around. It disappears, and then it comes around again. It disappears, and it comes around again. So yeah, that's terrestrial.
The real question is that I have is, are we going to do some killing or what, Vaughn?
We are, sir.
Terrestrial amateur telescope, thousands of people. Okay,
it's been the Sammy show today.
Take it easy, people.
Last comment. You got a last
my last comment? Yeah. Prepare for the destroyer to fuck your day up soon enough.
He is right on that. There is a destroyer coming. He is right on
Your
that.
money's going to become worthless. You were warned long enough. You were given enough time to prepare. For all the Jew bags in America and outside of Israel, you were given long enough time. You are arrogant fucks. You will not defeat the will of God. Okay, you will be kicked out of America and Europe, or you will die. If you don't convert your spouses, they will die and you will die. Bottom line, these are the warnings from my rabbi. America will be put into a state of such a painful and irreversible pain and complications that they will never, ever open their mouths about the state of Israel again, the Jews living in Israel again. They will be too busy taking care of their own issues. And the fucking Jews will be blamed. And, a lot of videos have shown up where the Jews are happy with the fact that Gentiles have been dying and being wounded and getting medical complications from what. All right, Adam Green documented this. Some fucking schmuck rabbi was saying pestilence for the animals, pestilence for the monsters. That's how God is going to get rid of them. The fucking Jew bag is a
this guy is just too much. Just too much.
Openly
too much
on a video, Bishak. You're doing the Jews of Mr. Guido.
Sammy is a Jew. Okay, just want to make that clear.
Don't think that matters, but they flag emo for calling people a derogatory.
Well,
I didn't say it. I said derogatory term for gays, and he himself is gay, so they don't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the hell he's going on about. You lose the chat whenever viewers, whenever he goes off on those tangents like that. I'm just letting you know.
We went up in viewership once Sammy came on, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we actually
people
they're wanting to see fireworks. They wanted to see fireworks. They wanted to see fireworks.
Anyway, I got done with 1 Mountain Dew, 2 Mountain Dew. I need to get myself another Mountain Dew.
Get another Mountain Dew.
I got myself a big box Mountain Dew. We're gonna drink it today.
I can't wait to try this Maui Burst, man. I'm so excited. I hope it really is pineapple. I bought 2 cases of it.
Do it. Let's fuck it. Let's do it live. Come on.
It's not cold. I had to put it in the fridge, bro. It's not cold.
You tell me it's not cold yet? It's been like an hour, man.
I don't think it's been an hour, but maybe.
I did not know you were a chemist.
Well, the time up there says 1 hour and 41 minutes.
I took chemistry in school, Woody.
Huh?
I took chemistry in
school. The show been on for 1 hour 41 minutes. You tell me it's not cold yet?
The show has been on for 1 hour and 41 minutes. I don't know. I can test it. You want me to test it? I already opened up a code red though, but I can. You want to do? We can do it live. Fuck, we can do it live. Let me see if it's cold.
Billy Joe, they won't let me. Every time I push back on Sam, they fucking boot me. So,
we don't.
That's why I never get a chance to actually talk during whenever Sammy's on. Because Sammy he goes on, and then John kicks me for doing it. Yeah, if you let me actually talk to Sam and call him on his bullshit, it'd be a great show.
All right. Now this Mountain Dew, it's a new Mountain Dew. It's called Maui Burst, Burst. It's not Blast now, Burst. It's different. Okay, because Mountain Dew had those series of drinks called Blast.
Oh, hold on. Let me hold on a second before you did a review.
John cockblocker. Anyways, folks, that's it for tonight. Like I said, there's another half-hour one that they did, but we'll save it for tomorrow night. And we got some other shenanigans planned, so please join me at 11 p.m. for Weirdo Wonderland. Thank you for coming out. If you would please consider hitting the thumbs up, I would appreciate it. And, yeah, that's about all we got to say. There was a lot of nuggets in that one. I was actually pleasantly surprised. It was good enough to actually sit through some Sammy. I know it's painful, but I appreciate that everyone stuck around. And, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see what tomorrow brings, folks.